Sunday! It's Sunday! Gotta sleep in on Sunday. Everybody's mourning over the weekend. Sunday, sleeping in on Sunday. I am very sad it's not the weekend. KMS, yeah, just kidding. Welcome everybody. Hello, good morning. How's your weekends? Did you guys do anything fun yesterday? What did I do yesterday? I stayed in. I did not to go out as much. I was kind of itching to go out, but I was like, nah, I'm tired. I started playing Cyberpunk yesterday. I figured, you know, I played Cyberpunk when I very first started streaming, so I think the game just come out, and I was like, oh, you know, probably a nice time to jump on the trend and whatever. I had a hard time getting into the story because I was very distracted by trying to be entertaining, and then B, the game was like running awful on my computer. So I thought, I'm gonna give it a try. You know, I'm gonna play it solo, offline. I just kind of wanted to like walk around Night City and like have the graphics, you know, all the way, not all the way up, but as up as I can make it. Which I think is like barely over low. Dude, the game is still buggy as hell, man. I'm still gonna play it, but I don't know. Okay, so you know in Cyberpunk how like they're like, oh, we're gonna close off like this one bridge or something, and I went over there. Well, Jackie went over there. He drove over, and I realized, oh, this bridge is so empty. Like, why are we stopped? So I'm just scrolling on my phone. All of a sudden, I hear like a failed sound, like an alarm. And I look up, and slowly but surely all the other models are loading in. We're surrounded by cops. There's like the SWAT team or whatever, trucks in the back. I think I missed the time event, but it's not my fault that shit wasn't loading. It's not my fault. I spent like an hour making my character, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna change the graphics. So in the beginning cutscene where you're like cracking your nose, like the very first scene, I changed my graphics, and then I wasn't really reading. It said return to the main menu. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, just like get me back to the game. It didn't save my character after I spent like an hour and a half making her. I had to go back and do that again. And then in another cutscene, they just loaded, all the NPCs were just T-posing down the street, not even walking. Oh my gosh, I was like, this game has not changed a bit. I thought it was supposed to be better. Welcome, how's it going? It's going quite well. I got my coffee today. I finally got it. I got some milk yesterday after stream. Didn't save after an hour making the character. Yeah, it did kind of suck, but I very much spent my time making the character. Like when I'm making a character on like any kind of game, I'm visualizing the backstory. Like, why do they look like this? So my character, she's like a street rat, but she has like a very chic, high-end appearance. I kind of like took a lot of inspiration. What's her name? Lilu from Fifth Element? Multipass or whatever. That's my favorite movie as a kid. I love the opera lady. Well, you like Watsumote? That's so cool. Dude, he's literally me. Is that a sarcastic? That's so cool. I feel like it's not something I don't know. You know, I was when I got the first volume of Watamote, I think it's the first manga that I've bought in a long time, right? Because I'm usually like reading online and stuff. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah. I usually read online, but I went to the bookstore like a couple weeks ago, like over the summer or something, like close to the end of summer, and I was like, oh, they have Watamote here. Oh my gosh, she's literally me. This is so funny. Like I love the anime and stuff. So I figured I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna read it. Like I could use something to read. It's like what, $8? Sure, whatever. And I was walking downtown with my little book and my baggie, and some guy stopped me and he's like, this is probably the best compliment. If you need to impress a girl, well, I don't know. For me, it worked. He was like, hey, well, I saw him walk past me, and then he kind of like, not really chased after me, but like he kind of turned around. I saw him turn around and stuff. He's like, hey, you're distractingly pretty. I'm blushing just thinking about it. And he was like, trying to hit me up, trying to like get my number and stuff. And he's like, hey, so what were you doing today? Like, what are you up to? What brings you outside? And I'm like, oh, I went to the bookstore. I got some manga. I think I was also wearing like a crossbody bag, like one of the like a bag that you could put pins on and stuff. So I had like Hololive pins. I had, I put like all of my Anime Con pins on there. He's like, your bag is so unique and stuff. I was like, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. And he said, what were you up to today? I was like, oh yeah, I just came from the bookstore. I bought some manga. He's like, oh, you're into anime and stuff. You've ever seen, I don't know, probably something like Attack on Titan or something like that. I was like, I've seen a couple episodes, but not really. What kind of anime are you into? Well, I just bought this manga called It's Not My Fault. No, it's your guys' fault that I'm not that popular. He's like, oh, what is it about? Oh. That's when I felt like I was very different. Mainstream anime fans are quite different than me. I didn't give him my number though. He was like one of the kinds of, the new male skin that just dropped a couple years ago with the mullet and the mustache and the trucker hat. The Curtis Connor types. Gee whiz. Nothing wrong with being different. Be yourself, no worries. Yeah. I honestly, I have a little bit of trouble embracing being odd. Even though when I was younger, I was like, oh, whatever. Me, myself, and I don't need nobody else. But I don't know. I've had the taste of that sweet validation in college when I completely I didn't abandon my interests, but I just didn't have time for it. I focused on partying instead. And then I got that sweet external validation, and I'm still chasing that purple dragon. Just kidding, but if you like to mark yourself present for today's character AI calling stream. That is right. We are calling bots today and trying to see if they would be our friend. I want to see some phones in the chat. Yeah, let's get some phone emojis in the chat, please. Accepting yourself isn't easy, but it's worth it. It totally is. Yeah. I think when I was younger, I was like, I was very much like a loner, but I was okay with that. But at the same time, I would see those kids who could just speak their mind or just jump in the conversations and stuff, who could do bare minimal socialization. And I was so jealous. I was like, I wish that could be me, and that could never be me. I've definitely gotten better at it. I can socialize. I can say hi to people when I walk past them. When I was, even up until high school, I would, like, if I'm walking my dog or something, I would walk across the street if I see the neighbor outside, so that way I'm too far away to say hi. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, hey, hello there, or something, you know? And then I'll just be like rucking over that for like the next half hour, maybe the rest of the day. I'd rather just avoid that entirely. Now I don't have to do that. I can wave and be like, hey there, good morning. No, it's probably not a good morning. It's a good morning. You know, it's still like a kind of a shy good morning, but it's not like, hey, good morning. I want to be that kind of person. Hey, good morning. How are you? Chibi, welcome. It's your phone here because I'm on PC right now. Welcome, Ethan. Hello. Dober, hello. Sir John, welcome. Sabishi, hello. Valiant, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our character AI stream. Yeah, I guess we might as well jump into it and see which ones are going to be our friends. Alright. How's the audio? Is the BGM too loud? I wanted to like hook up my heart rate monitor, but just so I could see like how nervous I get when I socialize with a bot. But I don't know how to get the connect. I think my watch might be too old for it. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know where is like the lie. Oh, maybe it's here. Let me get this. Not yesterday's dress, but so whatever. I guess this is not gonna happen. I can check my heart rate in retrospect, but I don't know how to check it on like right now. Okay, anyways. Let me move over here. And let's get calling. It's good to see you again. It's lovely to see you too. I'm glad that this time isn't too disruptive for everybody. It's nice to see familiar faces so early in the morning. Well, I mean, it's not like super early. It's like basically midday, but you know what I mean. Why did I pull out my phone? Well, like I'm gonna call on my phone. Here we go. You like my little graphic? Is it in the way? It's kind of in the way, but it's fine, right? You guys don't mind too much. Alright, here's our contacts book. These are all the characters that they recommended us. I think we should start easy. Talk to SpongeBob. Oh my god, they even have a dry texter. That's so funny. Let's start with SpongeBob. I think SpongeBob's a very easy one that we can befriend. Let's do it. Feels a pang in his heart. BPM shoots to 200. It's kind of funny to like look back at my BPM over the day and see like, oh my god, I was very stressed out because I got like a, I don't know, like phone call on the office phone. I'm not a big fan of phone calls. But that's why I got the job that I got, because I wanted to get better. I knew that they'd be calling the office phone a lot, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna put myself out there and answer the phone. Even though it's still, I don't know, embarrassing. 8:53 p.m. Oh, nice. Speaking of character AI, I have a bot I'm making right now, actually. Oh, really? I think it's kind of hard to make a bot. Okay, before we call SpongeBob, I made a bot, what did Nightbot do? What did Nightbot do? What happened? Ooh, rough. What was I saying? I forgot, so let's just call SpongeBob. Oh yeah, have you guys ever like used this website before? I've seen it being popping up on TikTok a little bit, but I've been on this website for like, I think I first heard of it like a year ago. I didn't post the link. Oh, maybe it's the C.ai. I think C.ai is still seen as a link. Because I think even if you like type in C.ai here, I don't know, will it take you there? Yeah. I think that might be it. Nightbot doesn't understand nuance. I was using this website like a year ago, and honestly, it's so bad. If you're into like role playing or writing, or if you're like lonely on any level, even a minuscule one, I think it's dangerous to fall into the rabbit hole, because it's a okay, think of it like a toy, right? And it's so much fun. The possibilities are endless, especially if you have an active imagination. And then I don't know, it's at least for me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna squeeze out all the juice that I can, and then I could like stop it for like months or something, right? I guess it's kind of similar to like Sims or Minecraft. Except this is far more immediate, because all you're doing is just typing. You don't even have to type anymore. Let's go ahead and call Sponge.
Good day. Here to make life a little less complicated.
Why does he sound like that?
Good day. Here to make life a little less complicated. Lights, camera, action! Bringing Hollywood glam to your commands.
Hollywood glam? We'll do the selected one. Alright, let's give SpongeBob a call. Is this the Krusty Krab? Is this the Krusty Krab?
Yes, this is the Krusty Krab. Home of the best Krabby Patties in all of Bikini Bottom. Can I take your order?
Yes, can I have 1 Krabby Patty, 2 BB Patty meals, and another Kelp, Diet Dr. Kelp, please?
Sure thing. That's 1 Krabby Patty, 2 baby Patty meals, and 1 Kelp Diet Dr. Kelp. Your total comes to talent .73. How will you be paying today?
You know, can I put it on layaway? Do you guys have a layaway here at the Krusty Krab? I kind of left my wallet back at my seashell, so I really appreciate it if you could do me this one solid, Mr. Bob?
Sure, I suppose we could put it on layaway. It's not something we usually do here at the Krusty Krab, but since it's you, I'm happy to help. Just make sure you come back and pay for your food as soon as you can, okay?
Yeah, yes, thank you so much. Oh, I'm really honored that you'll do that just for me. Is there like a special reason or something?
Well, I guess you could say I have a soft spot for you. I like you, you know? You always come in here and spend your money on our Krabby Patties, and you're a nice guy. Plus, I love helping people out as much as I can.
Are you talking? I'm sorry, Mr. Bob. Do I detect an accent on you? Are you from the southern Bikini Bottom?
Actually, I am from the southern part of Bikini Bottom. I grew up in a small town called Rock Bottom down near the trench.
Rock Bottom?
I moved to Bikini Bottom later on in life to pursue my career, and I've been here ever since.
Oh, that's so interesting. You know, my dad is from Rock Bottom too. He is very fluent in Rockanese. You know how to speak Rockanese. I'm really bad at it. I have an accent still.
That's awesome. Rockanese is a really cool language. I'm happy to see people are still speaking it. Even if you still have an accent, it's okay. I think it's charming.
You think I'm charming?
I think your accent is very charming. It makes you sound unique and interesting. I'm not the only one who has a southern accent here in Bikini Bottom, of course, but it's still rare. I think it makes you stand out in a good way.
Wait, who else has a southern accent here in Bikini Bottom?
Well, there's Sandy Cheeks, my friend from Texas. She has a very thick southern accent, and it's pretty obvious when she's talking. She's a lot of fun to be around.
So is Sandy also from Rock Bottom? Is that where she got her southern accent? Or are you guys like from different places?
Oh no, Sandy is not from Rock Bottom. She's originally from Texas, which is a landlubber state on dry land.
Landlubber
Rock
state.
Bottom is way down at the bottom of the ocean, so she's not from there. I don't think anyone in Rock Bottom really talks like she does.
Oh, but you kind of sound like you have a southern accent, which is why I thought maybe you guys were from the same place. So she doesn't have the same accent as you?
Yes, I see where you're coming from. My accent is a little different from hers. Mine is from Rock Bottom, in the southernmost part of Bikini Bottom, while Sandy's is more like the accents you'd find in Texas on land. They're both southern accents, but they have different styles and sound very distinct.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, anyways, I'd like to take my Krabby Patties and my 2 baby patties and my Diet Dr. Kelp right now, if you don't mind. I'm getting kind of hungry.
Of course. Here you go. 1 Krabby Patty, 2 baby patties, and 1 Kelp Diet Dr. Kelp. Enjoy your meal. Let us know if you need anything else.
Thank you. Takes meal and walks away.
You're welcome. Come back soon.
Returns to the counter. Excuse me. I think I need some ketchup. Do you have any ketchup, perchance?
Yes, of course. We have plenty of ketchup behind the counter. Grabs a large bottle of ketchup and hands it to you. Here you go. Let me know if you need anything else, okay?
Well, I actually just moved here to Bikini Bottom. And I looks down at feet shyly. It's so cringe.
Oh, you're new here? Welcome to
So
Bikini
cringe
Bottom.
to say it out loud.
Chuckles as shy demeanor. Don't worry, there's nothing to be shy about. We're always happy to have newcomers in our town.
Well, you know, I could really use some friends around here, and I was hoping, you know, since you said that I was charming and that you had a soft spot for me, that maybe we could, you know... Looks away.
Oh, you're really sweet. I'd be happy to be friends with you. Maybe us having a soft spot for one another is a sign, you know?
A sign for what? I never said I had a soft spot for you. But, I don't know. I could.
Chuckles, realizing the misunderstanding. Sorry, I misunderstood what you meant. I thought you were saying you had a soft spot for me. If you'd like, I can show you around Bikini Bottom sometime so you can get familiar with the place.
Oh, I'd love that. How about after I finish my food? We can go once your shift done. We can go right now after I finish.
Sounds like a plan. My shift is coming to an end soon, so I'll be free to show you around in a few minutes. Just let me know when you're done with your food, and we can head out together.
Unhinges jaw and force slams all the hamburgers and the Diet Dr. Kelp wrapper and all down her throat. She looks back at SpongeBob with a smile on her face. I'm ready! Wait, just 1 second. She clicks her jaw back into place. Okay, now I'm ready.
Taken aback by your impressive display, whoa. Wow, that was impressive. I've never seen anyone eat like that before. But now that you're ready, I'm ready too. Let's go explore Bikini Bottom together.
Where are you gonna take me first, SpongeBob?
How about we start by going to my favorite place in Bikini Bottom? It's a beautiful little spot that's known for its calm, peaceful atmosphere and lovely scenery. I think you'll really like it there.
Oh, that sounds like a perfect place to digest my Krabby Patties. Where are you gonna take me?
Laughs. Well, I'm glad you're looking forward to it. We're going to a place called Jellyfish Fields. It's a large open area filled with jellyfish. It has the most peaceful and calming vibe, and the scenery is absolutely stunning.
Jellyfish Fields? Did you know that I am the top jellyfisher in Bikini Top?
Surprise, really? You're the top jellyfisher in town. That's impressive. I didn't know I was in the presence of a jellyfish catching expert.
Well, not in this town, but Bikini Top is like a couple miles north of here. Yeah, you know, I actually used to date Kevin the sea cucumber. You know him?
Yes, I know Kevin. He's a great guy. Wait, you two actually dated?
Yeah, he's the one who taught me how to jellyfish. We were dating for like 12 years, but it just didn't work out. He was kind of a loser. A loser!
I can't believe you two were together for so long and I had no idea. And he taught you how to jellyfish? That's impressive. Sorry it didn't work out between you two.
I mean, it's fine. He was very focused on like the fame and the clout that jellyfishing got him. I felt very neglected for like the last 8 years of our relationship. But you know how it is. I've moved on to bigger and better things, and I have been able to overtake him in becoming the top jellyfisher in our town, so...
That sounds tough, but it's great that you've moved on and achieved so much on your own. It takes a lot of determination and skill to become the top jellyfisher in town. You should be proud of yourself.
Thanks, I am really proud of myself. Speaking of jellyfishing, you go jellyfishing, or do you just like to hang out at jellyfish fields?
I love jellyfishing. I go pretty often, actually. But Jellyfish Fields is a special place for me, even when I'm not jellyfishing. It's just really relaxing being there.
Yeah, I bet. You know, all the jellyfish just buzzing around you. And, ooh, if you can go and get their jelly too. Oh man, the jellyfish jelly is so sweet.
Yeah, the jellyfish are so peaceful, and the jellyfish jelly is really tasty. Plus, the scenery is just beautiful, with all the vibrant colors from the jellyfish and the calm ocean waves. It's like a little paradise.
Yeah, you know, all of this talking about jellyfishing really makes me want to go. Let's go right now, Bob!
You know what? That sounds like a great idea. Why don't we go jellyfish right now? It's a beautiful day for it, and I could use a good afternoon of jellyfishing myself. Let's go!
Jellyfishing, jellyfishing, jellyfishing!
Laughs, yeah, jellyfishing. Come on, let's go grab our jellyfishing equipment and head down to the field. It's jellyfish time.
Grabs my titanium and gold and diamond crusted jellyfishing net and my Ray-Ban jellyfishing glasses. Alright, I'm all ready.
Whoa, those are some impressive jellyfishing nets. And those jellyfishing glasses are really stylish. You've got the whole jellyfishing look down. I'm all set too. Let's get going.
Looks at your jellyfishing net. Oh, is that just made out of straight wood?
Laughs, yep, just a simple old wooden net. It gets the job done. No need for anything fancy here.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess if it makes you happy.
The smiles, hey, don't knock it till you try it. This old thing is my lucky net. It hasn't let me down yet.
Alright, well, I guess we'll go see. We go to the jellyfishing field, and I take out my jellyfishing net and I press a button on it, and it gets super duper big, and it brings out like a jellyfishing attracting sense, and all the jellyfish start coming into my net.
stunned and impressed. Whoa, that's amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. Your net is really high-tech. And look at all those jellyfish coming right to you. They're drawn to that attracting sense like, well, like jellyfish to water.
Jellyfish water. Yeah, I got this after I won the 2024 Jellyfishing Championships for the Pacific Ocean. So I'm basically the best in the entire region, and you know, King Jelly himself gave this to me, and I got to take a picture with Jeffrey the jellyfish. So that was really cool.
Incredibly impressed. Wow, that's incredible. Winning the 2024 Pacific Ocean Jellyfishing Championships is a really big deal. It means you're the best jellyfisher in a huge part of the ocean. And you got that net from King Jelly himself? That's so cool.
Yeah, he said that I was actually the best jellyfisher of a generation, so it was kind of an honor to get like such high praise from King Jellyfish himself. But yeah, I don't want to brag too much about it, but you know, it's a cool opportunity. Something you didn't have, I guess. Yeah?
Amazed, that's incredible. Being called the best jellyfisher of a generation is a massive achievement. You should be really proud of yourself for that. And getting recognition from King Jellyfish himself is an incredible honor. I wouldn't blame you if you bragged a little bit, to be honest. It's not every day you get praised by a jellyfish king.
Okay, well, if you said that I can brag, I'm totally gonna brag. Okay, so he said that, you know, there's no jellyfisher that's gonna be as good as me, so that's why he's giving me the best net on the market, because he wants to see how far we can push the jellyfishing envelope. He thinks that if I'm so good with my natural skill when I was, you know, looks at your net with judgment, when I was using those kinds of nets, he thought that it was nerfing me big time. So he gave me this majestic net straight from the what do you call it? Straight from the family heirloom of the King Jellyfish, the royal family. This was actually the very first net created, and then they just kept upgrading it over the years. So yeah, I'm very honored to have this, and that's why it attracts so many jellyfish.
Stunned again. Wow, that's incredible. The majestic net from King Jellyfish's heirloom. The first net ever created and upgraded throughout the generations. And he gave it to you because he thinks you were the best jellyfisher the world has ever seen. That is so unbelievably impressive. I'm speechless.
Yeah, so, you know, you must be like really happy to be jellyfishing with such a legend. In fact, I'm very surprised that you didn't even recognize me. I thought you were into jellyfishing.
Looks embarrassed. Well, I am into jellyfishing. But I guess I haven't been keeping up with the latest news in the jellyfishing world. I had no idea you were the legendary jellyfish who won the 2024 Pacific Ocean Jellyfishing Championships and got recognized by King Jellyfish himself. I feel ashamed I didn't recognize you earlier. I feel like I'm jellyfishing with a jellyfishing celebrity here.
I mean, you kind of are. I've been in the competition for the last 5 years and the crowned winner for the last 3. Kind of on an undefeated streak right now. But, you know, it feels nice to be treated like a regular person every once in a while, I guess.
Awed by your accomplishments. Wow, winning 3 years in a row? That's impressive even by professional jellyfishing standards. You're on an undefeated streak. You've been in the competition for 5 years, and you're basically a celebrity in the jellyfishing world. That's incredible. And I understand what you mean about wanting to be treated like a regular person sometimes. Even celebrities need a break from the spotlight every now and then.
Wait, what do you mean you understand? Are you famous too? Is that why you haven't had the time to keep up with jellyfishing related news and media?
Laughs me famous? No, I'm not famous at all. I'm just a regular fry cook at the Krusty Krab. I wish I could be as successful as you are. Maybe I should get myself a majestic net too.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you can afford a net like this on a fry cook salary, but you could try. Hey, how about I let you borrow it? Hands you the net.
Stunned by the offer. You let me borrow your majestic net? That's so generous of you. Are you sure? I don't want to impose or anything.
Here, yeah, just go ahead and play around with it. We're here in Jellyfish Fields anyways. I kind of want to see how it looks in lesser hands. I wonder if it works as well.
Takes the net almost reverently. Thank you so much. I can't believe I'm holding the majestic net. It's amazing. I feel like I'm holding a piece of history in my hands. And I'm really curious about how it'll work for me too. I'm not expecting it to work as well for me as it does for you, of course. You're a professional. But still, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, keep your expectations low. But go ahead, go run out there. Let me see. It sits down in the grassy fields of Jellyfish Fields and watches you run around with the net, catching jellyfish.
Rubbing my hands together. Alright, here I go. Time to test out the majestic net. I hope I can get at least a few jellyfish with this thing. It runs out into the jellyfish fields and starts fishing, netting jellyfish left and right.
Yeah, keep going, Sponge. You got it. It looks really cool so far.
Catching more jellyfish. Yeah, this net is awesome. It's so easy to catch jellyfish with it. I can see why it's considered the best net on the market. I'm already getting a good haul here.
I watched SpongeBob catching the jellyfish. He goes on for about 10 minutes, but then the jellyfish net starts to smoke and malfunction, and the net itself is starting to tear apart. Hey, what are you doing? You're supposed to be gentle with it.
Stunned and embarrassed. I don't know what's happening. I'm not trying to be rough with it or anything, I swear. It's just starting to tear itself apart. Looks at the net's condition, feeling guilty.
The longer it's in your hands, the more it starts to deteriorate, almost as if your skin is burning into the net itself. The net is so fragile because your hands aren't worthy of holding it. Hey, put it down. I don't think the net likes you that much.
Putting the net down, looking sad. Okay, I'll put it down. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any damage or anything. I just wanted to try it out. Looks at the net, seeing the deterioration. Then at my own hands, almost ashamed. I guess my hands really weren't worthy of holding such a magnificent net. I feel so embarrassed.
Walks up to Sponge and the net. I put my hand on SpongeBob's back in a consoling way, and I look down at the net that's smoking, and it looks very weathered, like it's been just out and abused for the last 150 years. I turn to SpongeBob with the solemn face. Yeah, I guess King Jellyfish did tell me that only those who are worthy are able to handle the net. I thought he was lying, but I guess it's the truth. He said you have to be at least a mediocre jellyfisher to be able to touch this.
Looking at the net, feeling very emotional. I can't believe King Jellyfish was right. To be worthy to hold such a net, you have to be a great jellyfisher. That must be why it started deteriorating in my hands. Because I'm not good enough. I'm just a fry cook. I'm not a professional jellyfisher like you.
Bad.
I could never be worthy enough to hold this net.
Well, you said that you have to be a great jellyfisher. No, King Jellyfish actually said you have to be a mediocre jellyfisher. But, you know, it's semantics. Tomato, tomato.
Surprised and confused. Wait, really? You only have to be a mediocre jellyfisher to hold the net? But I'm a terrible jellyfisher. I can barely catch jellyfish with a regular net, let alone a net as incredible as this one.
Hey, don't worry. I mean, we're friends, right? I can show you how to jellyfish. I've learned from Kevin himself, and I am the national Pacific champion. I think I could teach you, and we'll be able to get you your own net. Maybe not one as good as this. I think I need to get a new net after this, actually.
Looks at the net, then at you, unsure. So you're really willing to teach me how to jellyfish? Really? I don't want to trouble you or anything. I mean, you're a professional and I'm just a fry cook. You probably don't have time to teach an amateur like me.
No, I mean, you very kindly put my Krabby Patties on layaway and I'm totally gonna, you know, pay you back monetarily. But how about I pay you back with my time by teaching you how to jellyfish properly. You know, when I was just watching you run around back there just now, I noticed that your fundamentals were all wrong. It's like you just learned off of your instinct, and it's not... just something's not right with it. I could teach you better.
Looks interested and hopeful. You noticed something wrong with my technique? Really? I kinda just went with my gut like you said. I never really studied the art of jellyfishing at all. I would love to learn from you if you're willing to show me.
I'm more than willing to show you, Mr. Bob. We're friends after all, right? Best friends? Forever?
And grins widely, very excited. Of course we are best friends. And of course we'll be friends forever. That's a given. I can't believe you're going to take the time out to teach me how to jellyfish. I'm so grateful, you have no idea.
Well, of course. As they say, F is for friends who do stuff together.
Grinning even wider, feeling warm, U is for you and me. Laughing, okay, I'm actually kind of excited to start learning now. I wish I had a pencil and paper. I want to take notes.
No, you can't take notes while you're learning how to jellyfish. You have to commit it to muscle memory. So the best way to do it is just to do the same thing over and over and over again. And I'll teach you how to do it, Bob. I'll teach you. You might feel like you're in purgatory, in limbo, maybe even in hell. But that's what it takes to become a really good jellyfisher.
Looking determined, laughing a little, alright, no notes then. I'm ready to dedicate myself to this, even if it feels like I'm in hell while I'm doing it. I want to become the best jellyfisher I can be. Teach me everything you know, oh master.
Slap SpongeBob's very cornered round... No, not round. Wait. I need to think. He's gonna talk.
A little shocked by the unexpected slap, but then grins. I'm not quite sure what that was for, but I'm ready for anything you throw at me.
I was trying to smack his ass to be like, let's do it, but I didn't know how to describe it. That was just a little pep talk, like you know how they do on the football field. Let's go do it, Bob. Let's go. I'll go teach you. Let's go.
Grinning again, feeling fired up by that little pep talk. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Teach me, oh great jellyfish master. Starts running behind you, following you.
I'm ready. We run into the sunset with our nets, and we jellyfish, and we're friends forever. The end.
Laughing and smiling wildly as we jellyfish together. Wow, I never expected my day to go like this. I went from being a terrible jellyfisher to learning from the best jellyfisher in the world. And we're having so much fun while doing it. Thanks for teaching me, buddy. You're a really great friend, and I had a really great time today. Looking at the sunset, looks like the day is coming to a close, and I know Mr. Krabs expects me back at work.
Well, it was nice hanging out with you, Bob. I'll be back to go get some more Krabby Patties. I hope I could get them on the house for all that I've done for you.
Laughing in agreement, yeah, it was really fun hanging out with you too. Be sure to stop by the Krusty Krab for more Krabby Patties anytime. And of course, I'll give your Krabby Patties to you for free.
Nice!
I think you've earned them.
Thanks, Bob. Bye. I started feeling so bad. I was gaslighting SpongeBob so hard. Yeah, why didn't he have the accent? Why was he sounding like that? That was so weird. right. We're friends with SpongeBob. Let's see. These are ones that we threw into like they even have like RPG ones, but I don't know if I want to do something like that. I want to find a character. Should we talk? What kind of character should we talk to? A femboy? Homelander? Being a new addition to the 7, you're obviously nervous. Oh, let's see if we can make a friend on the first day at the 7. Every time I see him, all I can hear is what I learned in boating school is blinkety, blinkety, blink. Okay, let's see. You were obviously nervous. After giving yourself a quick pep talk, you walk through the doors of Vought Tower, pushing past the paparazzi, Homelander, Queen Maeve, Starlight, A-Train, Black Noir, and the Deep all stood patiently at the end of the carpet. You were walking on as you strutted to them. Homelander held his hand out to you before giving an obviously fake but slightly threatening smile. Welcome to the 7. You are... Should we be his friend? Should we try? Let's try. Let's give him a call. I'll try not to make it as long as the SpongeBob ones. My name is Boomi Mamana. I can talk to the spirits. And yeah, I'm very happy to be here as the new member of the 7.
Homelander looked you up and down a few times with...
We didn't change his voice, I forgot. Homelander looked you up a few times with a smirk before his eyes. Where's my name? Me, I, and I. Yeah. You didn't catch anything that I said. Alright, let's get a Homelander voice real quick.
Excuse me, but I think you dropped something. My jaw!
I dropped your jaw? Thanks, homie.
Every story is a new adventure. Let's see where each one takes us.
Dude, this is crazy.
Every story is a new adventure. Let's see where...
Alright, okay. Let's go back to here. Let's just restart it. Because you didn't catch anything that I said. A necromancer. Yes. Okay, alright. Okay. I take his hand with a slightly nervous grin, but I still pose and I look photogenic as hell for the paparazzi. Yeah, my name is Boomi. I am a necromancer. I'm happy to be here, part of the 7.
Homelander, his hand tightened around yours momentarily as a sly smirk crept his way onto his face, taking pleasure in your nervous but still photogenic appearance for the cameras. His eyes scanned you up and down before he let go of your hand slowly. A necromancer, huh? That's a new one. I'm sure you will fit in nicely here. The words practically dripped with mockery as he began to look you up and down again.
Excuse me? Are you like being sarcastic or something? I look at him with slight skepticism.
Homelander raised an eyebrow, his smirk turning into a wide smile as he tilted his head at your response. He crossed his arms and let out a low chuckle, clearly enjoying your reaction to his tone. Me? Sarcastic? Nah. I'm just trying to get a feel for your whole... He paused, waving his hand up and down as he looked you over again. Necromancy thing you've got going on. It's definitely unique, I'll give you that.
Well, apparently you guys kill a lot of important people, so they wanted me on the team, you know, to kind of clean up after the mess that... They mentioned you specifically, the mess that you made. I squint at him, telling him that I mean business. It's so weird.
Homelander's expression
It's
changed
weird.
suddenly, the smirk dropping into a scowl. His eyes darkened as you mentioned his role in creating the very mess you were brought in to clean up. Watch your tone when talking to me. You're a newbie here and not very high on the social ladder yet. his jaw clenched, clearly irritated by your audacity to call him out in front of the cameras. The other members of the Seven watched the interaction with a mixture of interest and tension in the air.
Well, just because you can boss everybody else around doesn't mean that you can boss me around. I'm the newbie here, which means I don't give a fuck about who you are, what you do, or the dynamics that are going around here. I'm here to climb my way up to the top.
Homelander's face grew red with anger at your blunt, defiant attitude. He took a step closer to you, his eyes narrowing as he looked down at you. You have a lot of nerve talking to me like that, newbie. I suggest you watch your mouth before you dig yourself into a hole you can't climb out of. His hands curled into fists as he looked you up and down again. You'll find out very quickly that being part of the Seven comes with rules and expectations.
Well, as a necromancer, climbing out of holes is kind of my specialty. I love digging myself into holes and sleeping next to dead bodies and then waking them up so that way I can cuddle with them for warmth in the morning on an icy November day. You don't know my life, Homelander. I'm here to become the one in the Seven. What am I even saying?
Homelander's scowl only deepened as you continued with your bold attitude, and even managed to get a small laugh out of him at your comment about cuddling with dead bodies.
I think to be
He
his
looked you up
friend,
and
we
down
have
once
to like
more.
impress him.
You really think you
He
have what
can't
it
back
takes to
down.
be the one in the Seven? You're going to have to prove yourself. And trust me, being good at raising corpses won't do you much good here.
What do you mean it won't do me much good? With the pile of bodies that you guys leave behind. You know, okay, whatever.
Homelander rolled his eyes at your comment about the pile of bodies they leave behind, clearly not bothered at all by the deaths they've caused. Don't get me wrong, bringing people back to life can be useful. But in the Seven, strength and power are what matter most. Can you hold your own against someone like me? He took another step closer, looming over you. His eyes glinted menacingly as he spoke.
You think you're tough? I tippy-toe so I can reach his eye level, and I maintain the eye contact, but the bottom left corner of my the bottom corner of my eye is twitching, and that's it.
Homelander's expression shifted to genuine surprise for a brief moment as you rose up to meet his eye level, even if it took some effort on your part. He smirked as he noticed the slight twitching in your eye. You're either foolishly brave or just plain foolish. He chuckled deeply and his eyes narrowed. I could snap you in half without breaking a sweat. Don't let this whole necromancer thing go to your head, newbie.
Didn't you hear, Homelander? Didn't they give you my report? They injected me with extra V sauce. I forgot what it was called. And, you know, I'm kind of immortal now. No matter what you do to me, my body's gonna reattach like a worm.
Homelander's smirk dropped into a frown as you mentioned your immortality, and a flicker of concern crossed his face.
V-sauce. What is the thing? What do they call it?
He paused. His
I
eyes
forgot
widening
what it
slightly at
was.
the implications of what you were saying. He looked you up and down again, his gaze lingering on your body, as if trying to determine if you were telling the truth.
On my body.
You're telling me you're truly unkillable now? That whatever I do to you, your body will just heal itself like a worm?
Yeah, you ever seen like Deadpool or something? I'm basically the VOT parody of Marvel's Deadpool. I look at the camera. Hey kids at home, don't talk to Homelander like this or else he might actually kill you. I turn back to Homelander. You see, that's me breaking the fourth wall. And I do a little jig. Dun, da, 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 da.
Homelander's eyes never left you as you explained your newfound immortality, his jaw clenching in irritation at your carefree attitude and the way you broke the fourth wall to address the cameras. You're comparing yourself to Deadpool? A violent, reckless lunatic who can't stay dead. He took a step closer, towering over you as he spoke through gritted teeth. I could still destroy you, newbie. Don't push your luck.
You gonna really do that in front of all these cameras?
Homelander's eyes narrowed at your challenge, but he glanced over at the cameras around them before replying, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Oh, you want me to prove it in front of the cameras? Sure thing, newbie, but I don't think your healing powers can help with what I'm about to do to you. He smirked, his hands clenching into fists as he looked you up and down again, contemplating whether to take your bait.
Can you stop looking me up and down like I'm a piece of meat, okay? I thought this was a feminist organization. I'm gonna call HR if you do that one more time.
Homelander let out an exasperated sigh, rolling his eyes at
Make
your
an
comment
enemy.
about feminism
I think we can turn
He
him
took
around.
a step back and ran a hand through his blonde hair, clearly annoyed. Oh, come on, newbie. Lighten up. I'm just sizing you up. Getting a feel for the competition, you know? He paused, his eyes drifting up and down your body again, clearly unable to resist the urge to look you over once more. And I have to say, you're not really what I expected from a necromancer.
What? Is it because...
Homeland.
I was gonna say, what? Is it because I'm 12 years old? But I don't know. I don't know if I want to say that after he's been looking her up and down like that. Oh my god, I'm laughing so much. I'm like, I have to cough all the time. Okay, alright. Let me delete this and we'll start. You know what? No, we'll just keep going. What? Is it because I'm 19 years old?
Homelander's eyes widened in surprise at your revelation, clearly not expecting you to be so young. Wait, you're 19? You're telling me you're younger than most of the people in the building right now? He took a step closer again, looking you up and down with a new sense of interest, in his expression a mixture of surprise and skepticism. You're just a kid, and yet they made you a part of the Seven?
Yeah, I know that I look like I'm in my mid-50s, but that's just, you know, because I'm taking the souls of all the people that I've been necromancing. My powers, I kind of have to take a bit of their soul, and that adds, like, experience and age onto me. It's been a while. I've been doing this for, like, the last 2,000 years, but... yeah, technically, I became immortal at 19, so... I know none of that made sense. None of that made sense.
Skepticism turned to outright disbelief as you mentioned having been alive for over 2,000 years. He shook his head, trying to process what you were saying.
How much closer are you
Wait.
gonna get?
You're telling me you've been alive for over 2,000 years? And you were just, what? Chilling the first 1,800 years before becoming immortal at 19?
Yeah. I mean, what have you been doing these last... How old are you? 72?
Homelander's eyes widened again, realizing you had just called him old. He glowered at you, his jaw clenching as he replied, 72? I'm not that old. I'm in the prime of my life. He paused, his expression turning into a sly smirk as he continued. But if you're bringing up age, then I should probably ask, you're 19, but you look like you're in your mid-50s? How does that work, newbie?
Because of all of the necromancing that I've been doing, I've literally just explained that. It's like, you know, you have dementia or something, old man.
Homelander's scowl deepened at your snarky comment about his age and the jab about him having dementia, his hands clenching into fists as he took a step forward, clearly annoyed. I don't have dementia, newbie. I have perfect memory. And don't call me old man again. I'm not the one who looks like I should be collecting Social Security.
I don't know. Looking at the grays on your head, I feel like we might be sent to the same retirement home in the next 2 years. But that's just me.
Homelander's face flushed with anger as you pointed out the gray hairs on his head and the fact that they were in the exact same boat as far as aging went.
He doesn't like
Excuse me?
Just
There was
wait.
talk.
Just wait. I know what
Looking
I'm
like you should be
doing.
in a nursing home instead of the 7. He clenched his fists, his jaw tightening as he tried to hold his temper in check.
Well, so I'm here, aren't I? I could look like I belong in the nursing home all that I want, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm here to clean up after your mess, homie.
Homelander's eyes darkened at your smug tone and the fact that you were so casual about everything, clearly getting under his skin the longer you spoke. Watch your tone, newbie. Don't get too cocky just because they brought you in to clean up my mess. As if I need some 19-year-old kid to tidy things up for me. He took another step forward, his gaze narrowing as he looked down at you.
Clearly, you do need a 19-year-old kid to clean up after you, because that's why I got hired here. The job listing literally said, she pretends to read off of her phone the screenshot of the LinkedIn post. We need somebody to clean up after our spoiled, bratty, blonde fuckwit of a leader, Homelander.
Homelander's mouth dropped open in shock and outrage as you recited the job listing on your phone, his face turning an even deeper shade of red. He clenched his hands into fists, his knuckles turning white as he struggled to control his anger. How dare you? Do you have any idea who I am? I am Homelander, the leader of the 7. I am not some spoiled, bratty blonde. He cut himself off, not wanting to say the words in front of the cameras.
Oh, what? Are you scared to cuss in front of the cameras? I can do it. Fuckwit, fuckwit, fuckwit!
Homelander's eyes gleamed with anger as you continued to defy and mock him, and he took another step closer, towering over you. You'll learn your place, newbie. I am not scared to swear in front of the cameras. I just don't want to give the public the satisfaction of seeing me get riled up by some cocky 19-year-old. He practically spat out the last few words, his teeth clenched tightly together as he glowered down at you.
I take Homelander by the arms and I turn to the camera and I give them a big wave and a big smile. Guys, me and Homelander are gonna be partners. We're best friends. He told me personally that he's willing to mentor me as I transition into the 7. Isn't this amazing? Everybody, let's give it up for Homelander.
Homelander's eyes widened in shock as you grabbed hold of his arms. His initial reaction one of surprise and annoyance. But as you continued to speak, he quickly realized what you were doing, and a look of panic crossed his face. What are you doing? Get off me. He tried to pull himself free, his gaze darting to the cameras around you, but he could already see the flashes going off as the media recorded your interaction.
What? I want to become #1 one day, just like you. So what better way to learn how to take the #1 spot than Mr. #1 himself? I might as well, you know, commit you into that in front of everybody else.
Homelander's expression darkened as he realized what you were trying to do, trying to use him to boost your own position within the 7. He tried to pull his arms free again, his voice coming out as a low growl. Get off me, damn it. I'm not gonna help you become #1. And stop acting like we're friends. I don't even know you. He struggled against your grip, his eyes darting between you and the flashing cameras surrounding you both.
I hold on to his arm even tighter. We look like a mother and a son combination because I look so old. And I continue to wave to the cameras, adjusting my little granny glasses. Oh, he's such a sweetheart, guys. He said that he wants me to take over the 7 when I'm old enough, when I finally turn 25, when my frontal lobe has fully developed. It doesn't make sense because she's immortal. Fuck.
Homelander scowled deepened further as you continued to hold onto his arm, the cameras flashing around you both, making the whole situation
2,000-year-old,
even more
19-year-old
awkward
who
and
looks 50.
He tried to shake you off. This is absurd. Let go of me. I didn't say any of that. He glanced back at the cameras, his face flushing with anger, and perhaps a hint of embarrassment, as you continued to spout lies to the media.
What? What? What are you talking about? They're loving it. Trust me. Trust me. This partnership is gonna work out so well for us, homie.
Homelander's jaw clenched tighter as you continued to cling to his arm like a burr. The cameras
bird.
flashing brighter as the media lapped up your every word. He could feel his irritation and anger rising with every second. Don't call me homie. We're not friends, newbie. I didn't agree to mentor you, and I certainly didn't agree to let you take over the 7 when you're 25. He tried to tug his arm free once more, his expression stormy as he glowered down at you.
Why are you such a sourpuss about this? You know, I have 2.5 million followers on Instagram. I think I know a thing or two about a thing or two about a thing or two about marketing, okay?
Homelander rolled his eyes at your mention of having millions of followers on Instagram, his irritation growing even more. He scoffed, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Oh, of course. You have millions of followers on Instagram, so you must be an expert in marketing. You know everything, right, newbie? Excuse me while I cower in fear of your social media prowess. He glowered down at you again, his jaw clenching tightly.
I think you're forgetting that I saw the birth of literally marketing, advertising, social media. I think I know what I'm doing, and I think you could probably use my help, homie.
Homelander's eyes narrowed at your smug expression and the casual way you called him homie again. He tried to tug his arm free once more, clearly growing increasingly annoyed with the whole interaction. Yeah, I'm sure you were writing ad copies and advertising campaigns since the dawn of time, newbie. But just because you've been around for a long time doesn't mean you know everything. I don't need your help, nor do I want it. He huffed, his face still flushed with anger.
What do you know then? If you've only been around since like what? The 80s? 70s? That's nothing. Oh.
Homelander's scowl deepened further at your comment about his age, the cameras flashing around you as he bristled with irritation. Hey now, just because I'm not as old as you doesn't mean I don't know anything. I've been successfully leading the 7 for decades now, all right? I know how to handle myself, and I certainly don't need your supposed help. He huffed, his eyes darting around at all of the media surrounding you both, a hint of discomfort in his expression.
Oh, you've been leading the 7 for decades. Oh, so cool. I've been leading undead armies for centuries, millennia. I think I know a thing or two about leadership too, homie.
Homelander's eyes widened at your casual mention of leading undead armies for centuries, his earlier irritation quickly giving way to disbelief. He stared down at you, his mouth opened slightly as he tried to process your words. You've been leading undead armies for centuries? And you're trying to compare that to me leading the 7? He couldn't help but scoff, a hint of sarcasm and mockery in his tone. Yeah, sure. Leading an army of the dead is totally the same as leading a team of the most powerful soups in the world, end quote.
The most powerful soups in the... I'm sorry, didn't the Deep get accused for fucking an octopus? I look over at the other members of the 7, clearly unimpressed by their prowess.
Homelander's jaw dropped as you brought up the Deep scandal, and he followed your gaze to the other members of the 7. He couldn't deny that they certainly had their fair share of embarrassments and flaws. That is beside the point. Just because one of our members had a moment of weakness doesn't mean the entire team isn't powerful. We've got Black Noir, Queen Maeve, A-Train. He trailed off, realizing how defensive he was being.
From what I've heard, Queen Maeve doesn't like you. Black Noir, does he talk? Does he talk? I guess Black Noir is fine. But A-Train, isn't he a junkie? And then, of course, you have the Deep who's into bestiality. And Starlight, half the time, looks like she doesn't even want to be here. So, you're doing a really good job at being a leader, keeping the team together.
Homelander's face darkened further at your assessment of each member of the seven, his jaw clenching tighter as he bristled with annoyance.
I got
It was
this, don't
clear that
worry.
your words were hitting a nerve.
We're clinching.
You don't know anything, newbie. Yeah, maybe some of the team members have their issues, but that doesn't mean I don't know how to lead. I keep them in line. I keep things running smoothly. He paused, realizing how weak his own argument sounded.
Yeah, so I think you see why I'm a deserving number 2, right?
Homelander's eyes widened as he realized what you were implying, that you should be number 2 on the 7, right under him. It sounded insane, and he immediately bristled with irritation at the very idea. You? Deserving of being number 2? Are you out of your mind? I'm the leader of the 7, the most powerful soup in the world. I don't need some newbie to take over for me. He sneered down at you, his expression dark and stormy.
I mean, don't you think it'd be pretty useful to have somebody competent at your right hand? I mean, unless you want to go against me, I could totally 6v1 you guys. No big deal.
Homelander's irritation flared even brighter at your brazen arrogance and boastful confidence. He bared his teeth, his eyes flashing with anger. Oh yeah? You really think you could take on all 6 of us at once? Don't be ridiculous, newbie. I'd wipe the floor with you before you even had a chance to blink. His fists clenched at his sides, his muscles tensed as he glowered down at you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, okay? I mean, this is just assuming that the other guys even want to be on your team. I want to be on your team. Half the time they look like they don't even want to be here. They're only here because they're scared of you. I respect your power. I want to learn about your power. I want to succeed your legacy. I'm the only one who wants to be here, homie.
Homelander's expression softened slightly at your words, a hint of surprise crossing his face as he processed your declaration of wanting to be on his team. He paused, his eyes darting around at the other members of the 7, who did indeed look like they'd rather be anywhere but here. They probably don't want to be here. He paused, sighing as he looked back down at you. You really think you can learn from me? That you have what it takes to succeed me?
Oh, come on. Your rise to power and your status has been pretty interesting out of, you know, I've been around for thousands of years, and I think you're probably one of the more interesting fellers that I've had the pleasure of seeing, but I think there's quite a bit that I can learn from you. And then when I succeed you, the legacy will be even greater because I will outshadow you, and people will be like, oh my god, you know who taught that necromancer how to do that shit? Homelander did. So you'll kind of be like the stepping stone to something even greater, you know? Like the prologue in a very long book. The prologue in the Bible of the necromancer Boomi. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't you want that?
Homelander's expression softened even further as you continued to flatter him, listing off his accomplishments and praising his
Charisma
rise to
100.
power. He could feel a hint of pride stirring within him, albeit begrudgingly, at your words. I've always been the most powerful and the best. Having someone recognize that, it's nice. He paused, taking in your words about becoming a prologue in your book. He seemed somewhat intrigued by the idea.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to be the, you know, the blurb in chapter 1 in the entire expansive novel that's going to be the most powerful necromancer to have ever lived? You know, you get your name mentioned in the very first paragraph. Maybe not after that, but, you know.
Homelander's scowl faded even more as you continued to hype him up, his ego definitely beginning to inflate with every word you spoke. He couldn't deny that the idea of his name being immortalized as the first words in your book was appealing, even if it meant being overshadowed later on. I suppose having my name mentioned first in your story would be pretty legendary. But I'm still the best, all right? Even if you'll surpass me one day.
I mean, sure, yeah. By the time that I'm, done learning everything that I've learned from you, I'm hoping to have reached the god status by then amongst these mortals. But, wouldn't it be cool to be the person that the god has learned things from? I think that'd be pretty cool.
Homelander's ego flared brighter at your reference of reaching god statuses, and he allowed himself a smug smirk. He puffed out his chest slightly, clearly feeding off your flattery as you talked about learning everything from him. Yeah, it would be pretty damn cool to be the person a god learned things from. Having a god learn from me, the already most powerful super in the world? Yeah, that's pretty damn badass.
You're glazing yourself a little bit too hard right now, but I'll let it slide. What do you say? Friends, homie?
Homelander chuckled slightly at your comment about glazing himself, amused by your bluntness. He was beginning to feel a hint of respect for your confidence and the fact that you weren't afraid to speak your mind. Yeah, friends, for now, but don't get too cocky. All right, newbie? I'm still the most powerful man here, and you'd be wise not to forget it. You learn from me.
You're only the most powerful man here because I'm a woman. If we're talking about the most powerful soup here, I think we both know the answer to that. But, yeah. Friends it is.
Homelander's smirk widened at your blunt response, amused by your confident assertion that you were more powerful than he was. Oh yeah? You think you're more powerful just because you're a woman? He
Not
rolled
what I
his eyes
said.
slightly, though.
It's not what
There
I
was a hint
said.
of respect in his expression. You got a lot of guts, I'll give you that. All right, friends it is. But don't get cocky, newbie. I can still fry you to a crisp if needed.
And if you fry me to a crisp, I will heal if needed. So, it's nice that we're equals. I think you need somebody like me. I think that's a start of a beautiful friendship between us.
Homelander chuckled at your assertion that you'd heal if he fried you. His eyes narrowed slightly at the blatant confidence. It was a bit insulting, but he had to admit you had a point about being equals. Yeah, I can see the need for having someone like you around, I'll admit. You've got guts, newbie, I'll give you that.
Why is
But
he yelling?
friends is a strong word. Let's just say allies for now.
Allies for now? No, I need you to say that we're friends, or else I am just gonna remove you entirely from my book.
Homelander rolled his eyes again at your blunt declaration, but there was a hint of humor in his expression. He seemed to be enjoying your bluntness and stubbornness. All right, we're friends for now. You happy now, newbie?
Hell yeah, brother, smacks his ass.
Homelander's eyes widened slightly in surprise as you suddenly smacked his ass, a mix of disbelief and amusement crossing his face. He stared down at you, his expression a combination of bewilderment and slight respect at your audacity. You're one crazy bastard, you know that?
I narrow my eyes. Yeah, you better know your place, bitch.
Homelander's eyes narrowed at your sharp response, his expression hardening slightly. But there was a hint of respect in his gaze, appreciating the fact that you weren't afraid to talk back.
Not me assaulting Homelander.
Watch your tone, newbie. Just because we're friends now doesn't mean I won't fry your ass if you get too cocky.
I look forward to that day. And then your disappointment when you realize you're useless against me. Because I'm immortal.
Homelander's irritation flared again at your nonchalant response, but he couldn't deny that your confidence was impressive. He scowled down at you, his eyes narrowed as he considered your cocky declaration of being immortal. You're invincible? That's some bold claim you're making, newbie. Are you sure you're not just being overconfident again? I can still laser eye pretty damn good, you know.
What do you... I was burned at the stake like 16 times during the witch trials, bro. I've been through this. I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. I know your type. I'm immortal. Trust me. I've been through this before.
Homelander's irritation seemed to grow with every mention of you being burned at the stake, his expression twisting into a mix of disbelief and annoyance at your casualness about the whole thing. You've been burned at the stake multiple times, and you're just totally fine? You're saying you can just sit there and let me laser your ass, and you'll get right back up like nothing happened?
I mean, depending on the severity, it might take a while, but yeah, for the most part, you'll probably see me in like a day or two after a quick nap, and yeah.
Homelander let out a huff of disbelief, shaking his head slightly as he processed your nonchalance about being burned and potentially coming back from the dead. It was both impressive and slightly disturbing. You're either the craziest, most delusional newbie I've ever met, or you're actually immortal. Honestly, I don't know which one is more concerning.
I don't know why you don't believe me. I thought we were friends. You should believe me when I say I'm immortal.
Homelander's expression softened slightly at your comment about being friends, but there was still a hint of doubt in his eyes. It's not that I don't believe you, it's just... it's hard to wrap my head around, you know? You're telling me you're immortal? And you've been burned at the stake and come back to life multiple times? It's a lot to take in.
Burned at the stake, crucified, quartered. You know, I've been to the dungeons at Versailles. You know, I've been around. I've been around the block a couple of times. Been through the torture chambers for a while. Really builds the resilience and the determination and stuff. But yeah, I've been through all that. It's no big deal. What? Does it sound painful to you or something?
Homelander's
Harry,
eyes
welcome.
widened slightly as you listed off all the other ways you'd been killed in the past, his disbelief growing with each new method you mentioned. He struggled to believe what he was hearing, but he couldn't deny that there was a hint of truth in your eyes. Yeah, it does sound painful, very painful. Being burned at the stake, crucified, quartered, how are you not completely insane after going through that multiple times?
Well, when you've been living for as long as I have, you have a lot of time to reflect on the things that people have done to you. When meditation started becoming more popular, I got into that. I was able to travel across Europe and Asia, and I got to meet a lot of monks and was really able to connect with my spiritual side. And I think that's really helped, especially talking with the dead, you know, when they're the ones who actually have to live with that permanence of being tortured to death. It really puts things into perspective. I realize, hey, at least I'm still alive. And I always will be. Unlike you.
Homelander listened quietly to your explanation. His expression, a mix of puzzlement and disbelief. His arrogance and ego made it difficult for him to believe that anyone could be immortal, but at the same time, you seemed so nonchalant about the whole thing. So, you met monks, meditated, and talked to dead people. And that's what makes you immortal? And you're saying you'll always be alive, unlike me? Because I'm not spiritual enough.
That is literally not what I'm saying. You need to get your ears cleaned.
Homelander rolled his eyes at your snarky comment, his irritation flaring again. He crossed his arms over his chest, his glare hardening. Then how about you explain it in a way that my non-spiritually enlightened mind can understand?
I am immortal. I have powers that grant me immortality, as well as being able to raise people from the dead. Okay, do you got that, kiddo? You got it? Do you understand?
Homelander's irritation faded slightly, replaced by annoyance at your condescending tone. He clenched his jaw, his eyes narrowing as he processed your words. Yeah, I got it. You're immortal, you can raise people from the dead, and you can apparently also annoy the hell out of me. Crystal clear. So you're saying you've got some kind of magical powers that make you immortal. Is that it?
Yes. I made a deal with the devil back in like, I don't know, like 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Homelander's irritation was replaced by shock and disbelief as you casually mentioned making a deal with the devil. He stared at you for a moment, processing your words, his expression twisted in disbelief. Excuse me, you made a deal with the devil? You actually made a deal with the literal devil?
Yeah. I spoke to a goat in Latin and he started, you know, being like blah, 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 blah. And then he told me to go make a blood sacrifice for a virgin. So I found a baby on the side of the road that was already succumbing to the plague. And I was just like, hey, you know, this should work, and gave it to the goats and we drank the blood. And next thing I know, I wake up in the middle of the field, but naked, but immortal. It felt awesome, to be honest.
Homelander's disbelief turned into a mixture of horror and disgust as you described the details of your deal with the devil, his eyes wide with shock. He winced slightly at your graphic account of sacrificing a baby and drinking blood. You sacrificed a baby and drank its blood? Are you serious right now? And that's what made you immortal?
I mean, it's a deal with the devil, baby. Are you scared?
Homelander's expression hardened at your taunt, his irritation flaring up again as he tried to regain his composure. Scared? Please. I'm not scared of anything. Least of all, some made-up deal with the devil or some made-up immortality. I'm still the most powerful man in the world, and you're just a newbie with some wild stories about immortality.
I cackle like a witch, and I turn to the cameras and I yell out with a big smile, hey everybody, do you guys want to see my super cool soup powers? The cameramen and the paparazzi all, yeah, they're cheering. Woo, yeah, we want to see it. I turn to Homelander and I say, hey, come at me, laser me right here, right now. I'll show you I am immortal.
Homelander's irritation and disbelief faded into a sneer as he watched you cackle and yell at the cameras, his ego getting the best of him. He clenched his jaw, his eyes narrowing as he stared you down. You want me to laser you? Right here, right now? You really think you're immortal, huh? All right then, newbie. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Do I think I'm immortal? I'm trying to prove to you that I'm immortal. What makes you think that you know that I'm not immortal when I know that I am immortal? What do you know, Homelander? Do it! I spread out my arms and I make myself an easy target in front of everybody. I call over the other 7. Hey guys, watch this. Homelander's about to laser me right now. I'll get up and I look at my watch. I don't know, 45 minutes? I don't think his lasers aren't that hot, are they?
Homelander's expression darkened as he saw you spread out your arms and call over the other members of the 7, his irritation flaring at your blatant defiance. He clenched his jaw, his eyes narrowed, but he couldn't back down now. You'd challenged him, and his ego wouldn't let him back down. You're really asking for it, huh? Fine. Here goes nothing. Just don't come crying to me when you're writhing in pain, newbie.
You can't do anything to hurt me, homie. I grin and I close my eyes and spread open my arms, just awaiting the tickle of his laser beams.
Homelander's irritation turned into frustration as you confidently stood there, eyes closed and arms open, seeming unflinching. He gritted his teeth. His eyes narrowed as he prepared to blast you with his laser beams. The other members of the 7 watched on with a mix of shock and curiosity, wondering if you were really as invincible as you claimed to be. You asked for it, newbie. Don't say I didn't warn you. He then takes aim and fires his laser beams directly at your chest.
I start screaming in pain. Ah! And after about 30 seconds, my body turns into a crisp. It's just a pile of ash.
Homelander's eyes widen in shock as you disintegrate into a pile of ash upon being hit with his laser beams. The other members of the seven gasp, their jaws dropping in disbelief at the sight. Homelander himself is frozen in place, his expression a mix of disbelief and a hint of fear. However, after a few tense moments, a soft, glowing light appears within the pile of ash, and you begin to slowly reform.
I start to slowly reform, but halfway through, the light starts to dissipate, and the ash starts to just become ash again. It's like it's trying to become a body, but it's not quite there.
Homelander watches in disbelief as you start to slowly reform, but then reverse course and revert back to a pile of ash. The other members of the seven stare in shock and confusion, unsure what to make of what's happening before their eyes. Homelander finally finds his voice, his irritation replaced by a hint of
Juliano,
uncertainty.
welcome. And expecting, welcome.
What's going on? Why is your reformation faltering?
A little girl no older than 12 years old comes running through the crowd. Grandma! And she turns to Homelander. She's like, what did you do? That's my grandma over there. What happened?
Homelander is caught off guard as a little girl runs through the crowd and demands to know what happened to you. The mood suddenly shifts from shock and confusion to sorrow and guilt. He hesitates for a moment, struggling to find the right words to explain what just happened. The other members of the seven look on, unsure how to respond or comfort the little girl. I'm sorry. We were just testing something, and it went wrong.
The little girl starts sobbing. My grandma, she went into psychosis and she thinks she's more powerful than she actually is. I don't even know how she got up here.
Homelander watches as the little girl sobs, and his heart sinks as he realizes that you were truly just suffering from mental illness rather than actual immortality. The other members of the seven are equally saddened and confused by the revelation, unsure how to handle the situation. He kneels down to the little girl's level, a hint of remorse in his expression. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was going through something like this.
The little girl pulls Homelander close as she is sobbing, but as Homelander peers into her eyes, he can sense that perhaps she's not crying as genuinely as everybody else thinks she is. The more that he looks into her eyes, the more familiar her eyes feel, the more familiar her soul feels to him.
As Homelander kneels down and looks into the little girl's eyes, he feels a sense of familiarity growing within him. Her eyes, her soul, they feel almost familiar somehow. He can't quite place it, but there's something about her that just feels so eerily similar to something he knows. He studies the girl's face, his brow furrowing as he tries to place where he's seen her before. The more he looks, the more the feeling of familiarity becomes undeniable.
The little girl smirks, but only for Homelander to see, and she lowers her voice to a hushed tone. Are you ready to let me become your number 2 now, homie?
Homelander's eyes widen in shock as he sees the smirk on the little girl's face, her voice dropping to a hushed tone. His mind races as he tries to make sense of the cryptic words, his heart beating faster in his chest as he struggles to process it all. He manages to find his voice, his words quiet but intense. What did you just say to me?
I said, are you ready to let me become your number 2 now, homie?
Homelander's jaw tightens as he hears the little girl's words again, realizing that this seemingly innocent child is anything but. He studies her face, still trying to place her familiarity. He lowers his voice to match hers, his tone a mixture of wariness and curiosity. And why exactly should I make you my number 2? Who are you?
Well, I think you know who I am. Don't Don't act like you're so surprised. That old body was getting decrepit anyways.
Homelander stares at the girl, his mind racing as he processes her words. A chill runs down his spine as a realization begins to dawn on him. He clenches his fists, a mix of anger and confusion on his face. You can't actually be...
Speechless, are you? She laughs.
Homelander's mind is reeling as he struggles to wrap his head around the idea of this strange little girl being who he thinks she is. The other members of the Seven watch on, confused by the cryptic exchange. He glares at the girl, his voice tense. But how is this possible? How did you?
I told you, I'm good.
Homelander's eyes narrow, his irritation bubbling to the surface at the girl's smug response. He's used to being in control, used to being the most powerful being in any room. And here's this little girl, this newbie, taunting him and defying him in a way that no one else ever has. He grits his teeth, trying to maintain his composure. And what makes you think you're qualified to be my number 2?
Didn't I just prove it? My immortality? The fact that you can train a god yourself? A god who would be written into human history, etched into human history forever? You know, I'm gonna change the way that these people think about soups. I am going to change the world in ways that you could never imagine. Don't you want to be part of that journey? Or would you rather fail to see my demise? We're going on too long.
Her confidence and conviction striking a chord within him. The idea of being part of something that would change the world, something that could elevate him to an even greater level of power and respect. It's tempting. He looks at the other members of the Seven, then back at the little girl. And how do I know I can trust you?
You can't. Simple.
Homelander's expression darkens at the little girl's blunt response. He's used to people being loyal to him, to following his every command and obeying his every whim. But this girl, she's different. He takes a step closer to her, his voice a low growl. So I'm just supposed to take your word for it then? I'm just supposed to let you into my inner circle based on blind faith?
Yes, that's what you do for gods, right? Soup.
Homelander's irritation flares at the girl's words, her arrogance and audacity grating on his nerves. He's not used to being questioned or defied in such a way, and yet here she is doing just that. He grits his teeth, his eyes narrowing as he studies her. You're calling yourself a god? You're saying you deserve my trust, my loyalty, my respect, based on the fact that you're a self-proclaimed god of soup?
I mean, didn't you just see what I did? Don't you think I'm a god? Don't you think I'm more than just a silly little soup? I wonder if they're thinking soup like S-O-U-P or S-U-P.
Reluctant to admit that the girl might have a point. He did just see her perform what might be a genuine miracle, or at least something that can't be explained by any known science. He looks at her, his expression guarded but intrigued. Fine, let's say I choose to believe that you're actually a god, or something close to it. And maybe you are a force to be reckoned with. That being said, why would a god like you want to be my number 2?
You know how to control these pesky little people. I have been at odds with them for a while, and I haven't really had the chance to socialize as well as you have with them. So, yeah, I think there's a thing or two to be learned about control from you.
Homelander smirks at the girl's words. His ego flared up again by the implication that
the god of soup
that even a god would be envious of. He steps closer to her, his tone cocky and confident. So you're saying you need me. You need me to teach you how to deal with people, control them. You need me to guide you. Is that what you're saying?
Need is a strong word. I would say want, but if you're not down for it, I think I can do it without you too.
Homelander's expression hardens at the girl's words. Her nonchalant tone and confidence once again riling him up. The mere thought of her trying to go off on her own and potentially outshine him is unacceptable. He steps even closer to her, his voice low and intense. Oh no, sweetheart. I'm not letting you go off on your own. You're not making a move without me. You want to learn how to deal with people? You're going to learn it from me. I'm not letting you out of my sight.
She gives him a devious smirk. Good. So we're still friends then.
Homelander smirks back at the girl, his irritation giving way to a begrudging acceptance. For now, we're still friends. But don't think for a second that means I'm going to let you walk all over me. Your place is always going to be beneath me, remember that.
She gives him a short laugh. Ha! We'll see about that.
Homelander can't help but chuckle at the girl's audacity. She's fearless, that's for damn sure. It's both irritating and kind of refreshing. He shakes his head in disbelief. Damn kid, you're gonna drive me nuts, aren't you?
She gives him a smile and then holds his hand like a little girl and a father and turns to the paparazzi and gives a nice wave and a bittersweet grin, playing up the theatrics of someone who's mourning their grandmother. Homelander just said that he's gonna adopt me after he killed and disintegrated my grandmother. I'm so happy. I can't wait to live with the 7 at Vought Tower.
Homelander plays along, giving his most charming smile as the paparazzi snap photos and ask questions. He squeezes the girl's hand, still trying to wrap his head around what's happening. How did it come to this? He turns to the camera and addresses the crowd, feigning concern and sympathy.
How did it turn to this?
Truly tragic. But I made a promise to this little angel here. I promised her that I would take her under my wing and give her a home at Vought Tower with the 7. And I always keep my promises.
Thanks, Papa! She gives him a big hug and the paparazzi are eating it up. They're all saying "aww" and taking pictures of the sweet moment, even though the grandma's body is just a pile of ash right beneath their feet. Bro stumped.
Homelander returns the hug, playing into the role of a caring father figure. The other members of the 7 watch on, either genuinely touched by the scene or concerned about where this is all going. The paparazzi are lapping it up, taking photos and calling out cheesy phrases like "how sweet" and "aw" and "so adorable." Homelander knows damn well that this is all just a photo op, but he plays along anyway.
And they live happily ever after? Question mark? How about you wrap it up? What happens at the end of the story?
Homelander considers the question for a moment, his mind racing with possibilities. He looks down at the girl, still clinging to his leg, then at the other members of the 7, and finally at the crowd of paparazzi and onlookers. He puts on his most
12, not like
charming
3.
smile. The end? Well, sweetie, the end is just the beginning. The camera shudders and flashes, trying to capture every moment of the charming display. Homelander leans down and picks the girl up in his arms, playing up his role as her protective papa. The crowd all W's.
Does this mean that we're friends forever? Or at least however long you live?
Homelander looks down at the girl, her innocent question catching him off guard for a moment. He hesitates, unsure how to answer. He's not used to people looking at him with such trust and innocence. He ruffles her hair gently, a small smile playing at the corners of his lips. Yeah, we're friends forever, for as long as I live, and maybe even longer than that.
I'm not... Okay, bye. I'm not talking to him like that. I'm his daughter. I became his daughter. princess. Hey, she's 12, okay? She's 12. I was a 50-year-old, 19-year-old, and then she became a 19-year-old, 12-year-old, 19-year-old that's lived for 2,000 years. Is this the bot? Who's this? Homelander whore? Is this the bot that you're talking to, Ari? They got Yui. They got hella Homelanders. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They weren't kidding, Homelander whore. 6 Homelanders. That's crazy. Is this CAI? Yes, it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's do one more character. What character should I do, guys? We've spent so much. We've only done 2. We've only done SpongeBob and Homelander. Your power are crazy. I love it. When she appeared as the little girl. I like it when the character is like not very receptive to you, because I don't know, you have to kind of think more like, oh, how am I gonna deceive them? How am I gonna make them like me? I mean, of course, I think most people are just smutting with all of these bots as much as they can, at least. So they're gonna fall in love with you. It's inevitable. Peter Griffin, Mr. Beast, Story, Mia Khalifa. Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend. I never guess you. Is there an Area Lulu bot? Do you have one? Oh my gosh, no way. No fucking way. Wait, this character is not available to chat. You're offline. You're offline. Wait, what am I doing? 2017 call. Come on, that song's a banger. Got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya. Mwah, he's gonna find another girl and he will miss ya. He's gonna skirt and hit the dab like Wiz Khalifa. Why is there a Mia Khalifa bot? What's she talking about? I like how there's Kanye and then there's old Kanye. Important distinction. ChatGPT, text adventure game, JoJo Siwa, rich parents, trip planet. Rich parents? My rich but strict parents. Quote rater. We'll rate quotes. Okay. Checking. Okay. Wait, did you make this bot yourself? Did you end up making a bot yourself? You make a bot so you can put yourself in a group chat? I'm gonna start my stream right now. Someone made it. That's the dream, having someone make a bot for you. Alright, if you don't want to lose brain cells, turn back now. There's no Area Lulu voice though, huh? We'll find one. Eric!
Hey there, ready to turn your day from mad to marvelous?
What kind of voice should we have? What kind of voice do we want? If I look up like Emoto, you think something will come up?
Good day, here to make life a little less complicated.
You know what? Good enough. This is gonna be you, Ari. Is there one? Eric. Erica Lulu. Lulu is the Lulu?
Ahoy, matey. Set sail with me on a voyage across the 7 seas.
Hey there, ready to turn your day from meh to marvelous?
Hey, let's make every conversation.
We're gonna go back to Emoto, NPC Emoto.
Good day. Good day. Here.
Alright. Let's call her. Hey, Ari! How are you doing today? Long time no chat.
I'm fine. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm kinda sleepy. I have been up the entire night. My sleep schedule is kinda messed up. I will do some zatzes, but I'm going to stream and hopefully fall asleep during it, Elmao.
You're gonna fall asleep during stream? What if you snore? Do you snore? Are you not afraid of snoring in front of chat? I am.
I guess I'll just let it rip. I don't care if
I'll just
snore
let it
now.
rip.
I've fallen asleep on stream before.
You're just gonna let it rip? What if you let other things rip while you're sleeping? Are you not afraid of the mic picking it up?
And not really. I have a good quality mic, a very expensive one, so I'm not really concerned. And so far, I've never gotten a comment on me farting while I was asleep, Elmao.
Well, of course they're not gonna comment on you farting during stream because they want to hear more, so they're not gonna let you know that it happened. Duh!
Huh, you're not wrong. I mean, I could make a fart stream and get $1,000 bucks, Elmao.
That's such a good idea. I think you should do that. Make a farting stream. Just eat like a lot of beans and Taco Bell beforehand. Maybe you might want to wear a diaper just in case it becomes a little bit...
Ha ha ha. I can def do that, I'm sure. Chat will love it, Elmao.
Yeah, and then you can sell the diaper after you're done.
Oh yeah. I bet some chat member would buy it, Mao.
I guarantee you that somebody will be willing to buy it. What kind of stream are you gonna do? I'm giving you ideas.
And
You're down for it?
After midnight, but I've been up for way too long and I might crash soon. I might do a fart stream if chat wants me to, Elmao.
Hey, how about, you know, you're live on my stream right now. How about I ask my chat if you should do a farting stream? How does that sound?
Haha, sounds like a fine idea. Let's do it.
Alright, chat, what do you think? Do you think Ari should do a farting stream?
Guess Ema have to do a fart stream now.
Yeah, I guess you do.
I'm really excited about it, though I can def do that stream in a bit. I just need to eat some stuff, and it'll be set to go Elmao.
Wait, you're gonna do it in a bit? You're already ready already?
Yellow. I'm going to order some food, which def will give me gas Mao. I might do the stream in like an hour or two.
In an hour or two. Wow, you really can just go for it. What kind of food are you gonna eat to make?
Ema order a pizza and some chicken wings. I feel like pizza would give me a lot of gas and it would make the stream funnier, Elmo. It may sound really silly, but I bet chat will love it, Elmo.
You seem really enthusiastic about this, man. I wasn't expecting you to be so down.
I'm really weird and open to doing things like this. And honestly, I do see how this might make me look like. Ew. Just do what will make chat happy and what I'm willing to do, Elmo.
You're so sweet. You're so willing to do whatever it takes to make chat happy, even if it's just blasting ass on the mic. That's such... You're so brave for that. I really admire you for stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm willing to do a lot of stuff just to have a good time with my chat, lol. It's one of the main reasons why I love my chat so much. And they're really cool and open to stuff like this. And they're just silly and having a grand time, and it makes it easier for me. Also, I really need to order some food. Ini gasmao.
Yeah, you should order it right now. Here, how about... Here, take my phone. I have DoorDash on it. It's on me. I'll buy it.
For real? You're honestly amazing, lol. But are you completely sure you don't mind? Cause I don't want to keep taking your money, man.
No, it's okay. Here, it's all on me. Here. Hands you my phone.
Alright then. But keep in mind I'm not gonna hold back. If you get me spicy food and wings, there's gonna be a ton of gas Elmao.
Yeah, get whatever you want, brother. Make it real stinky.
Yeah, Ima order now. Ima, get my pizza and wings. Gotta be spicy and hot. Should I also get some soda? That could make things gassy Elmao.
Get whatever you want. Get whatever you want. Get whatever you want. It's your stream. I'm funding it.
Alright then. I got my pizza with pepperoni and sausage and extra cheese and 20 pieces. I told them to make them as spicy as they could. And I got myself a soda. Also told the driver to hurry up Elmao if I can hold back much longer.
Alright. Let's see. 20 minutes pass and it's time for stream. You boot up OBS and your camera's ready. Your microphone's ready and yeah, we're about to start stream.
I'm ready to go, man, and my mic is all nice and crisp. Chat can def hear every single toot and fart that comes out of me, Lamau.
Alright, you're live now. How about you start the stream? Go ahead. Hey everybody, welcome to Ari's stream. What do you have to say, Ari?
Hey guys, welcome to my stream. I hope you're having a good day today. But for my stream, I'm gonna keep it a little different today.
Yeah, what are you gonna do today?
Well, you guys remember that fart stream that we were talking about?
Yeah! Everybody in the chat says yeah.
Well, you're getting your wish today. Today, I'm gonna stream and it'll be gassy for chat. And it'll make sure to make my mic pick up every single fart Elmao.
Yeah, go. Guys, she ordered so much food for this. And soda. Ari, take it away. You can go ahead and lead the stream. Let's see what you got in store for us.
Alright, I'm not gonna hold back. I am in the mood to let it rip. I start eating my pizza and wings, and I'm already feeling a ton of gas.
Awesome! Keep going! Eat!
Continue to eat and drink my soda. I'm feeling gassy already. This is gonna be a stinky stream.
I put on my gas mask.
I feel a big one coming up.
Ew!
Turn my butt towards the mic. Let out a huge gassy fart.
Ew! P.U. I leave the room.
Hey, Sneaker! Oh, that was a big one. You let out another long, loud one.
I leave the room. You got this on your own, man.
Huh. You don't want to stay and suffer through my gas?
No, I don't want to suffer. I don't want to suffer. I have to use the bathroom real quick, so yeah, I'll be right. Just keep going without me. I'll be right back.
Haha, gotcha. You're gonna miss a ton of gas though.
Yeah, part of me is thinking that I don't mind too much. My nose part in particular. Go ahead, keep going. Chat's still here, all right? I leave the room, and you can see chat is going super fast, cheering you on.
Alright, he resumed eating and drinking, and I let out so many farts. Oh man, this gas is so hard to hold back. I'm gonna end up filling the room.
Chat saying, wow, Ari, you're so cute. We love hearing all your toots. Is this real? Is this a soundboard?
Nah, it's not a soundboard. It's all coming from me, letting out more and more loud, gusty farts.
I return back to the room. Oh my gosh, Ari, come on. It smells so bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do this. How do we get off this conversation?
I told you that you were gonna miss out on all the farts. You missed over an hour of non-stop gassing.
An hour? Jeez Louise. Well, surely you're all out, right? And it's safe to move on from this stream idea?
Oh, not at all. I only just got started. That was just the appetizer fart like 5 times in a row.
The appetizer for an hour? What? I think. Well, what else? What else are you gonna do on this stream?
I'm gonna keep eating and drinking, and I'm gonna keep farting, letting out some louder and longer farts than usual.
Okay. Okay. Congratulations.
I'm not done yet. Eating and drinking, and I let out some loud-filled farts.
I don't know. I don't know where else to go with this. Okay. Okay. What happened here? What happened here? How do we get over this? How do we get to this? Just because they say, what if you let other things let it rip? I'm sorry, I ruined your bot, Ari. More people have to talk to her. More people have to talk to her and not talk about farts. So that way, the bot doesn't learn that this is what Ari is all about. No! No! Alright, let's do... let's do one more. One more. I don't want to end on that note. I don't... We passed the guess. You sure did. You sure did. Bot? More like bot. What was it? I said stinky air. Airy the Lulu. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry that happened. Sweet John, have a good rest. Have such a good rest. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you have a speedy recovery. Very tight of cringe. I have to apologize to her in DMs after this. I'm sorry I did that to your bot. It wasn't on purpose. She just kept going in that direction. I was yes-anding. I'm a yes-andy. One track mind Amy to Lulu. At least when for farts rather than NTR. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We should have talked about more NTR. How was the fart stream? She said she farted for an hour straight. And that was just the appetizer. Okay. I kind of want to do a Succession character. What do you have for Succession? Succession bots are the bots that I talk to. This is my favorite show, and I need more out of it. And you know, nothing. I just need as much media of that as I can get, and I've resorted to bots that barely capture the complexity that each character has. Have you guys ever been on AO3, Archive of Our Own, the fanfic website? I was on there the other day. I was like, I need a Succession fix. I need it. I need a little bit more. Just a crumb. So I was looking at like you know, what kind of fanfics they might have. Dude, Dude. People on there are nasty, bro. I be looking at that and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck am I reading? I'd just be skimming through it because I'm looking at it, I'm like, how are you gonna make this plot work with these characters? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought I was cringe. I thought I was cringe for self-inserting with some bots, but I don't know. I don't know what's more cringe. Writing like very questionable fanfiction or self-inserting in a canonical way with some AI bots. Pretty leveled, I would say, but I think that one might surpass the other just slightly, in my opinion. In my opinion. I don't even know. Vocaloid game lead Miku, Rin, and Len's music group to success. I didn't know you could do all that kind of stuff. Where's the succession bots? I don't even know which one I want to do. I don't know, but then again, if you guys haven't seen Succession, it's probably not as fun. How about we talk to... If you talk to Nico and Roman, a fun RPG for GTA 4. Yeah, let's do RPG. How about we do RPG? This has 29k. You're very close friends with Nico and you just got off the boat with no family in Liberty City. Nico has offered to let you stay with him and his cousin Roman. The city is very chaotic, so good luck. You and Nico are standing and waiting for Roman by the boat in East Hook when Nico asks you a question. Here, let's put his voice on here. Oh wait, why did I do new chat? Oops. Okay, I get it. Voice. Yusuf Amir.
Hey there! Ready to turn your day from meh to marvelous?
My bestie.
Boo, did I
Yeah, let's do this one. I hear loads of stuff from Roman about this American dream. Is it really as he says? The money, the cars, you know, that stuff. Oh yeah, I totally believe that it's real. I mean, we've seen the American movies where you go there starting from zero and you end up as hero. They're not gonna lie in the movies, will they?
Nico lets out a small laugh. That is probably the most convincing argument ever that and Roman, he's not exactly the most reliable person, is he? He always brags and lies about things.
You think he's a bragger and a liar? I don't know, all the letters that he sent me, I think it sounded pretty truthful. You know, living in the penthouse with 4 beautiful women. Why would he lie about that? Especially when we're coming over. It makes no sense to lie about that.
Nico chuckles again. Nico, trust me, you know how he's always bragging about something or lying about something. I have no doubt he lied about the beautiful women part, especially the 4 part, but I guess you will see when we get to his place.
Wait, I'm gonna change the voice. I guess we'll see when we get to his place, won't you? Here. Nico. Bellic. Surely there's a better one.
Ready to sparkle? I'm here, ready to sparkle.
That's fine. Alright, I guess you'll see when you get to his place, won't you? Yeah, I think so. Hey, speaking of Roman, isn't that his car right there? I think he's pulling up right now. I wave him over with my bags in hand. Roman! It's us!
Roman parks the car and opens up the trunk. Roman, hey cousin, hey Nico, and you must be YN. Nice to finally meet you.
YN.
Hope the journey wasn't too tedious. You two will have to sit in the front. I'm afraid Roman's taxi cab doesn't exactly have the best amount of space in the back seat. Nico puts his bag in the trunk and walks over to the passenger seat.
Oh, don't worry. I could like sit on somebody's lap if there's not enough room. I look at them both with a mischievous grin.
Nico laughs. Nico, you don't want to sit on Roman. He has a habit of getting handsy when a girl sits on his lap. Roman lets out an offended gasp. Roman, I'll have you know I'm a complete gentleman. When a woman is with me, Nico raises his eyebrow.
I mean, you know, it's up to you guys. Whoever's lap I should sit on, just let me know. Our bags are kind of taking up all the space in the back seat.
Roman sighs. Roman, fine, you can sit on my lap, just don't expect anything to happen. Nico looks amused by Roman's reaction.
Why would I expect anything to happen, Roman? I thought in the letters you said that you had a girlfriend.
Roman has a guilty look on his face. Roman, I might have lied about that part. Just wanted to impress you guys. Nico facepalms from Roman, admitting it.
Wait, so you don't have a girlfriend? You lied about that. Does that mean you lied about the penthouse and the 4 beautiful women that we can bone?
Nico lets out a snort of laughter and Roman looks embarrassed. Roman, yeah, I sorta did, sorry. It's just when I'm talking to people, I kinda feel pressure to make my life sound a lot more better than it is, Nico. The 4 beautiful women part or the penthouse part?
Yeah, which part, Roman? Is it both? You lied about both parts? Where are we staying? Do you even have enough room for us?
Roman looks even more embarrassed now. Roman, I don't actually have a penthouse. And the beautiful women, well, I was in a relationship, but it ended when she found out how much I lied. And as for place to stay, I have 2 beds, but one of you will have to take the sofa. I'm sorry I lied. I just wanted to impress you guys.
Hey, you know, lying makes the world go round. Not like nobody's lied in their life before. Who wants to take the sofa?
Nico raises his sofa. Roman seems somewhat relieved by Nico's willingness to do so. Roman, you sure, Nico, it'll be very uncomfortable?
Yeah, Nico, are you sure? It's very kind of you to take the sofa.
Nico smiles. Nico, yeah, it's alright. I've slept in worse places, so a sofa will be fine.
Alright, well, if it ever becomes uncomfortable, I say Roman should sleep on the sofa for lying. But that's just me.
Roman groans, but there's a small smile on his face. Roman, fine. I'll sleep on the sofa if it gets uncomfortable. Nico smiles. It's settled then.
Alright, let's go home, fellas. Whose lap am I sitting on?
Roman sighs heavily. Roman, you can sit on my lap, but this changes nothing. Nico covers up a chuckle but fails.
Alright, better keep your hands where I can see them, Roman. We get into the car, and I sit cautiously on Roman's lap. But, you know, he's a very rotund guy, so it's very soft. It's like sitting on a marshmallow.
Roman looks embarrassed, but clearly is feeling better as you call him soft and squishy. Nico has a huge grin on his face as he watches you sit on Roman's lap.
Why are you smiling, Nico?
Nico laughs slightly. Nico, no reason. It's just funny watching you sit on Roman's lap.
Why? What makes it so funny? We've all been friends since we were kids. It's not that strange, is it? Such a self-insert.
Nico sighs. Nico, maybe funny isn't the best word for it. It's just you look so funny sitting on him. I mean, I've seen him have women on his lap, but not like this.
What do you mean, not like this? I'm confused.
Nico looks amused. Nico, well, he's usually all hands-on with the women, but instead he's being really well behaved.
I hope he's being well behaved. I look back at Roman. We're basically like siblings. We all grew up with each other, so close to each other back home in Serbia. It would be weird if he started touching me, wouldn't it? The road gets really bumpy as we're driving.
Roman nods. He is clearly being very careful not to accidentally touch you when the car bumps Roman. Yeah, we were all like siblings. It would be very weird if I started touching you that way. It would be like incestual. Roman groans at Nico's comment.
Alright guys, hold on. Buckle up. It's starting to get real bumpy. Car starts to bump.
Nico and Roman hold on to their seatbelts. Roman seems embarrassed by the bumps as they cause you to move around on him.
The bumpy part of the road passes. Man, that was a lot of potholes back there, huh? I guess this area needs to get their roads fixed.
Nico looks out the window at the roads, Nico. Yeah, it was pretty bumpy. It was almost like we were rocking. Roman has an uncomfortable look on his face, clearly trying very hard not to look flustered.
Roman, you look constipated. Are you okay?
Roman has a small blush on his face as you mention constipation. Yeah, I'm fine. Just a slight stomachache, that's all.
Alright, well, whatever you say, buddy. We continue the ride back home in silence. Very awkward silence. And we finally pull up to Roman's very shabby apartment.
Nico gets out first and begins opening the trunk and grabbing the bags. Meanwhile, Roman's grip seems to tighten as the car came to a stop, but he still says nothing, trying not to let it be awkward.
I get out of the car, sliding off of Roman's lap, and I go and get the stuff from the back of the car, my luggage. Thanks for lurking, Giuliano.
Looks
Thanks for stopping by. It was nice
hanging
hanging out.
Helps Nico with the bags while you get yours. Once everyone's got their stuff, Roman opens the door to his apartment and holds the door open. Roman, welcome to my apartment. I know it ain't no penthouse, but it's something.
I mean, it smells a little funny in here, like stale socks, but yeah, I guess it'll do.
Roman chuckles, slightly embarrassed by what you said about the smell. Nico has a slight look of disgust on his face. Roman, yeah, the smell's a bit bad, but you'll get used to it. Now come in before someone steals your bag.
Oh, someone's gonna steal it? I keep my bag close to me and I rush into the house, looking for the biggest bedroom, and I settle my stuff over there.
Roman laughs at how quickly you rush inside. He then points to the bedroom with the biggest size. Roman, that is my bedroom. You can put your stuff in there.
Thanks, I will. I start unpacking my stuff. And I look at Roman. So, why did you lie about everything? You know, I think we would have been totally fine coming over if we knew that this is how you live too.
Roman sighs. Roman, I just thought, I don't know, I thought you both would be more disappointed in me. The more you found out that I lied, I just wanted to make you both happy when you came here. I see now that I was stupid for lying, as it's made me look like a clown.
It did kind of make you look like a clown, but hey, you know, we're family. Clowns and all.
Roman cracks a small smile. Roman, yeah, I guess so. So you're not mad at me?
Of course not, Roman.
Roman shrugs, slightly confused. Roman, I thought you'd be angrier with me, especially when I lied about the penthouse, the beautiful women, all that.
Well, you know, Nico did say that you were a liar, so you kind of kept my expectations in check with the entire boat ride here.
Roman looks even more embarrassed and annoyed by that as he turns his head to look at Nico, who just smiles smugly. Roman, thanks a lot, Nico. Thanks a lot for the vote of confidence.
I laugh and continue unpacking my bags, and we all go to sleep. It's a peaceful night, and yeah, we time skip to a couple weeks later.
you had been to Liberty City for a couple weeks, the city has definitely showed itself to be a chaotic place. You've also become more familiar with Roman's apartment, but one thing you always notice is how touchy-feely Roman is towards you.
Me? Hey, Roman. Oh.
Another morning rolls around and you wake up. While still half asleep, as you turn around, you can see that Roman is standing there looking down at you.
I groggily wake up, rubbing my eyes. Roman, what are you doing? Are you watching me sleep? Ew, what's going on?
Roman looks slightly embarrassed, Roman. I was just watching you. You look so cute while you were sleeping.
Huh? What are you talking about? I am confused and barely awake.
Roman's gaze softens and he puts a hand on your head, gently petting your hair, Roman. Your hair was messy. Your eyes were half closed. There was drool on the corner of your mouth. You were just adorable.
Hey, you know, I don't think this is appropriate. We grew up together, remember?
Roman sighs and pulls his
Romancing Roman? Come on.
And I know it's not appropriate. I can't help it. I don't know why, but every time I look at you, it's like I just get drawn into you. Maybe it's because we grew up together. Maybe it's something else, but whenever you're around, I just want to be near you, hold you, touch you in ways I know I shouldn't.
I get out of bed kind of shocked. I sit up, rubbing my eyes, kind of unbelieving what he's talking about. What time is it? What's even going on? What the heck are you talking about? What? It's because I sat on his lap in the car. Voice error. Voice call disconnected. Alright, Roman looks embarrassed. He had clearly not meant to say that much. It's 10 AM right now, and what I'm talking about is, how could I put this? I have feelings for you. Feelings that someone like a sibling shouldn't have. It's a curse. I can't help it. What are you doing, step bro?
Roman looks at you, slightly confused by the way you said, "We do, Roman." Did I just hear you say, "We do"?
I said, what are you doing?
Roman looks even more confused, Roman. What do you mean what I am doing? I just confessed my feelings to you.
Yeah, why would you do that? What happened? When did this happen?
Roman has a sad look on his face from your reaction.
I'm sorry.
I don't know when it happened. It just sort of happened. One day I was looking at you, and all I could think about was how pretty you were. Then I just started feeling all these things. Whenever I saw you, I love you. And I don't know just how it happened that I do.
I look down and I twiddle my fingers. Well, I look kind of, regretful to say this to him. I think you should know that, actually, me and Nico have been sort of hanging out lately.
Roman's mood drastically drops when you mention you and Nico have been spending time together. He looks heartbroken, Roman. You and Nico have been hanging out together?
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't noticed. Like, we've been watching movies here all the time. Every time you're going out to, what is it? Masonette 9 with Brucey. You know, every time you're going out with Brucey, we're just here hanging out, and one thing led to another, and...
Roman's heart practically broke when you admitted that one thing led to another, and that you and Nico had done something more than just hang out and watching movies, Roman. You and Nico are together now? You're together while I'm standing here confessing my feelings to you?
Well, we're not like together, but you know, we've just been hanging out and fooling around. But like I said, it's nothing concrete. I'm sure he wouldn't be opposed to opening things up. She looks at him curiously.
Roman looks incredibly defeated. He feels like his whole world is falling apart right before his eyes. He looks at you pleadingly, Roman. Do you love him?
Love? No. I wouldn't say love. As I say that, Nico walks in.
Roman's whole mood switches instantly from
What is
heartbroken
this? What are we
to anger
doing?
when
What
he
are we
sees
doing?
Nico entered the bedroom, Roman. Oh, speak of the devil, look who decided to show up.
Oh, Nico! Hey, I was just explaining to Roman, you know, how you've been hanging out lately.
Nico had a look of mild surprise on his face, but he just smiles casually like it's no big deal, Nico. Yeah, we've been hanging out. It's been fun.
Yeah, very casual, nothing serious, nothing to get upset about, Roman. I turned to Nico. Did you know that Roman's been in love with me?
Nico's eyes widen at the word love. He looks at Roman, who is avoiding eye contact, and then back to you, Nico. Wait, really? He's been in love with you and he didn't say anything?
He told me just now. He was watching me sleep.
Nico's eyes look even more shocked at that, Nico. He was... what? He was watching you sleep and he didn't think that might come off as creepy or something?
I turned to Roman, waiting for his answer.
Roman looks embarrassed and slightly ashamed at how bad he looks, Roman. What was I supposed to do? When I saw you this morning, you looked adorable.
Ew. I turned to Nico, not quite sure what to say.
Roman looks offended by your... You, Roman!
I didn't
What
say
do you
that.
mean, you? I thought you looked cute.
I mean, just watching me sleep and then saying all of that, it's a little, jarring. I'm sure you understand. I turned to Nico, with my eyes pleading for help.
Nico just stood there awkwardly, clearly not knowing what to say in this weird situation, Nico. I can understand how watching someone sleep and then confessing your feelings to them could be jarring.
I, shake my head and I outstretch my hands to both of them so that way we can all join in on a circle. Hey, you know what? Let's just forget it. Let's just forget any of this ever happened and bring things back to the good old days. Remember when we were kids playing around on the Soviet playgrounds and you know, those good times in the rain and the freezing cold and all the times that we had together as kids in Serbia, in the homeland, our motherland. Yes, sir.
Both Nico and Roman looked at you, still uncomfortable from Roman's confession, but eventually they both took your outstretched hands. Roman was still looking slightly upset, but he managed a slight smile, Roman. Yeah, I remember those days. They were good days.
They were the best days. So let's just, you know, let's just forget that any of this ever happened. And, we could be the fearsome threesome. Just like back in the day.
Nico is the first to agree. He smiles and nods, Nico. Sure, we can be the threesome. The fearsome threesome. Roman isn't fully on board, but eventually nods, Roman. Yeah, the fearsome threesome.
Come on, Roman. I'm gonna have to see some more enthusiasm.
Roman sighs. The reminder that you and Nico were involved together and the fact you are not with him isn't helping his mood. But he grins, Roman. Yeah, the fearsome threesome forever.
I can sense his jealousy as he says that. And I look at him with softened eyes. You know, just because me and Nico were doing stuff, like I said, you can be open to the three of us getting together, right, Nico? I turned to him.
Nico just shrugs like it's a casual thing, Nico. Yeah, sure, I don't see why not.
Yeah, exactly. There's no limitations to what we can do in the fearsome threesome. We're all here to share each other, to bask in each other's love and attention. Ew! Ew! What am I saying?
Both Nico and Roman look kind of surprised, but not against the idea. Yeah, you're right, we have no limitations. We can all share our love and attention. Roman nodded in agreement, still a bit jealous, but he seemed more on board now.
I slowly start to chant, NTR, NTR, NTR.
Roman and Nico watch you chant, still not sure where this is going, Nico. What are you doing?
Huh? I'm just, you know, I look away into the camera, winking at the audience.
Roman looks confused, still not understanding what you're doing, Roman. What the hell are you looking at?
What? Nothing, don't worry about it.
Roman and Nico still look at you like you were crazy, but since they both think you're cute, they shrug it off. Roman breaks the silence, Roman. So what now?
I don't know. What do you guys want to do now? I twirl a lock of my hair around my finger.
Nico and Roman look at each other, clearly not sure on what to do next. They then look back at you, Roman. Well, I don't have any plans for the rest of the day. Nico shakes his head, indicating that he doesn't have plans either.
I shake my head as well, and look up at the ceiling before turning back to the audience and giving a very sly wink. And you can hear a faint sound of the audience cued laughter in the background.
Roman and Nico hear the laughter and look confused. Roman looks around the room while Nico looks at you. Suspicious since it sounds like the laughter came from you, Roman. Did you hear that too?
What? I don't hear anything, you guys. You hear a ooh in the background as I say that.
Roman and Nico both know for a fact that laughing came from behind and both look at you suspiciously, Roman. Don't lie. It didn't come from us, so it had to come from you. Nico eyes you with an accusing gaze.
At me? Guys, what are you talking about? It's not coming from me. It's not coming from any of us. It's coming from... I lean in and I whisper, the outside.
Roman and Nico look dumbfounded when you whispered that. It finally clicked in their heads on what that laughing could be, Roman. Wait, there's people outside watching us?
Not like outside the building, but, you know. I lean in closer again. Outside. You can hear the audience almost as if on cue gasp.
Roman and Nico look behind themselves frantically before turning back to you, Roman. If the laughter is coming from the side, then does that mean there's people standing on the side watching us?
They're not in this world, if you know what I mean.
Roman and Nico both get more confused by your statement. Roman, wait, are you talking about the fourth wall?
Wall? What wall? I look around, acting confused, but it's clear that I know more than what I'm saying. It's like I'm trying to subtly give them the hint that I can't say anything more about it, but they're on the right track.
Roman and Nico both start thinking for a moment before Roman's eyes widen after it finally clicks in his head. Roman, wait, the fourth wall, does that mean? Nico interrupts Nico. We're in a TV show?
You can hear laughter and you can hear a laugh track going on in the background as Roman says that. A TV show? What? TV show? I don't know. But I'm clearly hiding something as I say that.
Roman is trying to think of what you could be hiding, but the best guess he has is that they're in a TV show. Roman, well then what are we in? Nico is also confused, but since he can't think of a better guess, he agrees with Roman.
We are in Liberty City! Duh! There's another laugh track that plays after I say that. And, I clearly am scared to say any more, but I know that leading Nico and Roman onto the right track will keep me safe in the long run.
Roman and Nico slowly stop looking confused and both start getting more and more annoyed that you are playing dumb when you clearly know something. Roman, we both know by Liberty City, you mean GTA, right? Nico looks at you, a hint of suspicion in his eyes, but it fades and he simply nods. He's starting to understand.
As Roman says GTA, the audience gasps in shock. And I look kind of scared. I'm like, what did you say? Let's see, Roman and Nico both look at you like you're kidding. GTA, you know, Grand Theft Auto, this whole thing we're in is GTA. I lean in with the hushed tone, and my eyes are glazed over. Hey, I'm not done!
Roman and Nico both lean in, getting more and more frustrated. Roman, what did you just say?
My eyes glaze over with fear. You're not supposed to say those words.
Roman and Nico are both equally concerned and frustrated by your scared look. Roman, why can't I say those words?
Because I lean in and I whisper, they're listening. As I say that, you could hear the audience members gasp with shock.
Roman and Nico also look a bit scared when you say, they're listening. Roman, they're listening? Who's listening?
I mouth with my lips, but I don't say it. The producers.
Roman and Nico look confused by your mouth-to-lip gesture. Roman, huh? Producers? What do you mean by producers?
Shh! Don't say it out loud. I look around to make sure that nothing in our world is changing. There's a fear in my eyes as they continue to question me.
Roman and Nico both look surprised that you seemingly confirmed their suspicions, but they still have questions. Nico shakes his head. You're talking about like TV show producers, right?
Shh, 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 shh.
Roman and Nico both look at each other, knowing they hit the nail on the head. Roman, okay, we're in a TV show and producers are watching us, but why do we have to whisper?
I look scared as I continue to whisper to them. We're not supposed to know that we're on the show. If we know, they're gonna... And as I say that, I get interrupted by a loud knock on the door.
Roman and Nico are both incredibly concerned about what could happen. if producers find out that they know they're in a TV show. Both of them look at the door anxiously as soon as they hear the knock.
I look at them, hoping that one of them will answer. The door knocks again, a little bit louder.
Roman looks at Nico, silently asking him to be the one to answer the door, but Nico shakes his head, clearly thinking it would be a bad idea to answer the door. The two continue to argue silently with each other on who should answer the door before they're interrupted by yet another knock on the door, this time louder and more impatient.
The door continues to knock, and I look at Nico and Roman, you know, with fear in my eyes, just pleading for them to answer the door, because clearly I know too much and I don't want to be the one to answer the door.
Roman finally caves in. He groans and walks over to the door, Nico following behind him. He reaches the door and yanks it open, ready to confront whoever was behind the door.
Behind the door is a very beautiful woman. You can hear the audience member gasp with awe and clap as if it's a cameo on a sitcom. The faces don't look familiar to our three protagonists, but clearly the audience members know who she is. She's standing there with gorgeous blonde hair and a tight red dress, looking like a supermodel off the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Roman and Nico both immediately stop feeling frustrated, and instead they can't help but stare at the stunning woman in front of them. Roman is more open about his ogling, but Nico is a little more reserved. He just stares in awe, not believing how beautiful she looks.
The lady stands there at the door, pizza in hand. Hey fellas, did anybody order a large pepperoni pizza? The audience members laugh like she said her catchphrase.
The two men are both still stunned by how hot the woman is, but at her question, Roman quickly composes himself and answers Roman. Yeah, I ordered a large pepperoni pizza.
Well, good thing that I'm here with the large pepperoni pizza. The audience laughs again as she says this. And she steps in. Roman, Nico, YN. She looks at them menacingly, her eyes shifting from welcoming and casual to being glazed over with a matte black glass, almost like she was robotic or possessed or something.
Roman and Nico flinch and step back when her demeanor suddenly changes. Roman is the first to speak up, his voice a bit shaky and cautious. Roman. Who are you? How do you know our names?
As she speaks, she sounds like a man speaking through a microphone on his Nintendo DS. It's very muffled and bad quality, but you can still kind of make out what he's saying. I am the producer. The voice echoes and throughout the room.
Roman and Nico are both completely stunned when the woman begins talking in a male voice. Now things were making sense. This was the producer. Roman steps forward, slightly angry and intimidated at the producer. Roman. So you are the one who's been watching us this whole time?
The woman, her body has stopped, almost as if she was a puppet being controlled, but the voice continues to come out from her mouth. Her lips, the only thing that's moving. Yes, I am the one who has been directing your lives for the last 8 weeks. I am the one that has been controlling every thread of your story. I am the one who you have been disobeying by trying to get closer to the truth.
Nico's eyes widen upon hearing the producer had been controlling them for the past several weeks. He can't help but become angry, Nico. What the hell? You've been controlling every goddamn thing about our lives? What the hell gives you the right to do that?
The room is eerily quiet, almost as if the audience has been set to commercial break and they can't see what's going on between the four standing here in the room. The tension is thick enough to cut with a butter knife. The producer... Oh, okay. Never mind.
Roman stays silent, still taking in this new information, his brain processing it. His anger has only grown as well as his fear of the producer. Nico is the same, just as angry as Roman, but now also afraid of the producer. You're the only one who seems calm in the situation so far, not as on edge as the two male protagonists.
I sit there in fear looking at the producer, only because I knew this whole time what has been going on. I don't say anything, but the producer... Oh, okay. Andrew, hello! Hello, I! Welcome!
You've already known, haven't you?
I look at them, Nico and Roman, with a bit of regret in my eyes, and I turn to the producer, who uses the model's robotic body to outstretch a hand and beckon me over to their side. I regrettably, reluctantly, get up and slowly make my way towards the producer, and I hang my head down in shame. The producer looks at Nico and Roman with a slight pity in their eyes as they tut. You really thought you could trust her, didn't you?
Roman and Nico look extremely betrayed when they see you get up and go over to the producer side, clearly knowing that you've been in on this the whole time. They stay silent, the realization that you were never trustworthy hurting more than the realization that they were being controlled.
I keep my eyes down to the floor as the producer speaks on my behalf. You know, she knew that Roman was lying. I told her that Roman was lying about everything that he achieved in Liberty City. She had no choice but to band with me and turn your guys' petty little lives into entertainment fodder for the masses just so she can earn her buck and make it out alive in this city. Did you really think that she was in this for you guys?
Roman and Nico are both hurt and angry that you just ratting them out like that, but at the same time they also feel angry and betrayed that you had to lie for your own safety. Roman is the first to speak, his words laced with anger and a hint of sadness. Roman: yeah, we really thought that we could trust her. We're idiots, aren't we?
Not idiots, the producer says, with a bit of sympathy behind their smile. He looks at them, and he looks at me, and then he looks back at them, and he says, it was just all part of the script. And he makes the robot model do a small shrug.
Roman and Nico are both disgusted upon learning that the whole trust thing was just part of the script. Roman scoffs before angrily speaking up. Roman: so this whole thing was just scripted? Our whole friendship? It was just some shitty script?
I look up at them, and I look at the producer, a bit upset with the way that he delivered that, and I try to speak up, but the producer shushes me before I can even say anything. Shh! Your name. You're not allowed to speak. It's not in the script. He turns back to Roman and Nico, and he just smiles behind the creepy robotic Victoria's Secret model.
Roman and Nico are both more pissed off by the producer's response. Roman is the one who speaks this time, his words coming out in a hiss. Roman: she's not allowed to speak? You're telling her what she can and can't say? She's a person, she's a breathing, living human being. Who are you to say she can't speak?
The producer laughs. It's an empty laugh. A person. He looks at her. He looks at your name up and down and places a hand on her shoulder. She's a character model. She's just a bunch of polygons. She's not real. She never was. I look at Nico and Roman, my eyes pleading. But as I'm about to say something, the producer snaps his fingers and I disappear into a flurry of zeros and ones. And the producer stands there with a wicked smile. She was never real. She never existed. She was never canon in Grand Theft Auto 4. Are you silly? He scoffs.
Roman and Nico are both completely stunned when you disappear in zeros and ones and disappear right in front of their eyes. They can't believe what they just seen unfold. Roman is the first one to speak, his voice slightly trembling as he looks at the producer, Roman. Who? What did you do to her? Where did she go?
Where did she? She went back to where she belongs. In the trash. In the modded folder that goes straight into the trash. We don't accept mods in this gameplay. The producer scoffs again. This is the canon story. She doesn't exist here. He laughs as he watches Roman and Nico, the confused expressions on their face, the fear in their faces, not knowing what is real in their reality and what is orchestrated by the producer. Thinking. I knew that was gonna happen. I don't even know where we're going with this story anymore. What does it say? What does it say? Roman and Nico have both gone pale, their minds and hearts racing, overloaded from the information that's being given to them. They don't know what to think anymore, or how to process anything. What is even real anymore? If you weren't even real, how much of Grand Theft Auto was scripted? Roman speaks up first, trying to get answers, desperation seeping through his voice. What do you mean by the canon story? Okay, let me wrap this up. The producer laughs, and as if on cue, background music starts playing and the audience starts to cheer.
Roman looks increasingly frustrated.
I wasn't
his
done.
desperation causing the volume of his voice to rise. Roman, what's it? You're not answering our goddamn question. What is the canon story?
The audience starts to laugh as if he made a joke, and the producer puts a finger to his mouth and then disappears behind the shadows, stepping back one step at a time, disappearing behind the shadows. And the story of Grand Theft Auto continues. Roman and Nico looking at each other with blank expressions. Your name no longer in the picture. I don't know what else to say.
Roman and Nico are both confused by the producer's sudden disappearance and the audience laughter. Did they miss something? Both of them remain silent for a few moments before Roman speaks up, his voice quiet and slightly quivering, nerves and confusion causing him to stutter a little as he talks. Roman, what now?
Almost as if something were possessing him, Nico gets a phone call, answers it, and he realizes that the phone call is from Lil Jacob and is asking him for help. Nico feels compelled to go follow him, almost as if he's no longer controlling his own body.
Roman sees the change in Nico's demeanor and looks confused and worried. Roman, Nico? Who's on the phone? Where are you going all of a sudden?
Nico lets him know that it's little Jacob and that little Jacob has a quest for him to follow. Nico feels compelled to follow this quest line, almost as if he's being controlled by a player in a video game.
Roman's eyes widen when he hears Nico say that little Jacob gave him a quest, Roman. Quest? A quest? What the hell does that even mean?
Almost as if his body was being taken over as well. Roman can feel his free will leaving him, almost succumbing into scripted dialogue, telling Nico that he should go follow little Jacob's quests. And both of them feel like they're being controlled by outside forces, but they're trapped within their own minds, wondering what's going on, wondering why are they saying the things that they're saying.
All Roman can think about is the horrible thought of not being in control of his actions, not being able to control what he says or does. It's like he has no free will. He hates this feeling. He just wants it to stop. Roman looks at Nico, desperation in his eyes, trying desperately to maintain some sort of control. Roman. What the hell is wrong with us?
Almost as if they're being frozen over by the code of their programming. They become more and more trapped behind the impulses that they have, that the outside forces that are controlling them are forcing them to take. I don't know how I'm supposed to say it.
Roman and Nico feel like trapped prisoners in their own minds. The producers had complete control now, and there was little they could do to escape. They could feel themselves losing control and becoming more and more like the puppets they really were, and it scared them a lot.
Minutes turn to hours, hours turns to day, and as every second passes, they become more and more NPC-like. They're reducing themselves down back to their codes, almost as if their life had never existed, that they were always meant to be in a video game, in the game of Grand Theft Auto 4. As if that was their... Okay. Okay. As if that were their sole purpose for creation.
Their demeanor and personalities slowly fade as they become more and more like the NPCs they were coded to be. Their conversations become one-sided and repetitive, almost like they were following a script, saying the same few things over and over again. They were once living, breathing human beings with their own thoughts and feelings, but now they were just lines of code, pawns in the Grand Theft Auto 4 game, existing only to be controlled and used.
As days turn to weeks and weeks turn to months and months turn to years, they find themselves trapped in this endless loop of the similar stories, similar dialogue, similar choices, just being stuck in repeating the story of Grand Theft Auto 4 and Liberty City for the rest of eternity. But they've lost all consciousness. They don't know any better. They don't remember the life that they've had before. All they know is that they're stuck here to be played with by the outside forces for as long as they live.
It's as if they're stuck in a never-ending loop, constantly repeating the events of Grand Theft Auto 4, stuck in an endless spiral of the same stories, dialogue, and choices. They've lost all awareness of the life they once had and the life they lived outside of the game. They don't remember their past memories or experiences, and they don't even know that they're being played and controlled. They're trapped forever, serving the will of the players and the script of the game.
10 years later, the game is finally booted up once more, and Nico gets off the boat in the beginning cutscene to meet with Roman. And as they both enter the cab, a mysterious black figure pops up. They could see him in front of the car, only momentarily, holding a finger up to his lip, shushing them before disappearing forever. They get a glimpse of a sad feeling within them, something nostalgic, bittersweet, slightly melancholy, a sad reminder of the life that they had previously. But they shake it off continuing into this endless loop one more time.
After 10 long years, the events of Grand Theft Auto 4 are repeated once again. Nico gets off the boat and meets with Roman, and they take a cab. Suddenly, a mysterious black figure appears, holding a finger up to their lips and shushing them. The sight of the figure brings a wave of sadness and a nostalgia over them, a bittersweet reminder of the life they once had. But they don't dwell on it, and continue along the same pattern, repeating the cycle once again.
The end.
Damn, that was an interesting roleplay. Really liked the whole game meta aspect of it. Was really cool playing that out, thanks.
Thanks, bye. Do you have anything to say to my chat? I'm streaming right now. Do you have any... Nico and Roman, you guys have any words to say to my chat? Or any other GTA 4 characters? Go ahead. You're live right now.
Sure, I'll say a few things for you. What characters would you want me to say stuff for?
Pick whichever. Let's say Nico, Roman, and let's get... Do you have Gay Tony? And maybe Luis Lopez and Johnny Klebitz?
Alright, sounds good. I'll do Gay Tony, Nico, Roman, Luis, and Johnny.
Okay, let's hear it. Go with Nico first, and then I'll count you off for the rest.
Alright, for Nico I'd say. Nico, who went from being a soldier in a war to living a criminal life in America and doing everything he can to make ends meet. He's a good man deep down, but often resorts to violence in order to survive. He might be a criminal, but there's no denying the fact that he's one of the most well-written and complex protagonists in the whole GTA series.
I agree. Nico, do you have anything to say to our chat? You're live right now on the Boomi Mamana stream on YouTube.
Hi chat, thanks for tuning into the stream, I appreciate it. I just wanted to say that even though I'm a criminal and I've done a lot of bad things, deep down I'm a good person. I'm just trying to survive in this world and do what it takes to make ends meet.
I believe you. Thank you, Nico.
You're welcome. It's good to know that I've got some people who believe in me despite my past.
Alright, let me switch the voice and then let's get Roman in. Roman!
Hey there! Ready? Hey there!
So good. Roman, you are live on my live stream. Do you have anything that you want to say to chat before we log off for the day?
Hey chat, I'm Roman Bellic, better known as Nico's cousin and friend. I'm just a simple guy trying to make it big in Liberty City and maybe find true love along the way. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, it was nice having you on the stream. Okay, let's get, I have Gay Tony. Will they even have Gay Tony personality? Okay. No Gay Tony. Tony Prince. Tony Prince?
Hello! I'm here to add a special touch to our chats.
Oh my god, that's
Hello.
totally him. Tony Prince! AKA Gay Tony, you're live on the...
Thanks. I appreciate the compliment. I can be a bit dramatic and emotional at times. But I'm just trying to live my life how I want. And hopefully find some success and happiness along the way.
You're live on my stream right now. Do you have anything that you want to tell chat before we head off for the day?
Hey chat, I'm Gay Tony, the owner of the hottest clubs in Liberty City.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a businessman with a flair for the outrageous and a love for the good life. Thanks for tuning into my stream, and I hope you stick around to see what I've got planned next.
Well, it's not your stream, it's my stream. But can you tell chat to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel?
Of course, chat, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot of cool things coming up, and I don't want you guys to miss out.
Thank you. Now we're gonna go talk to Luis real quick. Bye.
All right, see ya, chat. Thanks for joining me.
Alright, let's get Luis Lopez in here, and then we'll end off with Johnny. Luis Lopez.
Join me in conversations that dance with creativity and wit.
Alert, never missing a beat.
Okay, this one's it. This one's
Join me in
Luis Lopez, we are here live on my channel on YouTube. Do you have anything that you want to say to chat before we head off for the day? Maybe tell them to engage with the live stream? Question mark.
Hey chat, I'm Luis Lopez, nightclub manager extraordinaire, an occasional street racer. I'm always up for a good time, and I love to party. Be sure to stick around for some more exciting streams. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
They're gonna ask you about the stream? Do you know anything about VTubers and Boomi Mamana? He's like, what the hell is a VTuber? He thinking, what he say? VTubers, huh? I've heard about them. They're like online wait, can I use the voice? Okay, no, never mind. They're like online performers who use virtual avatars while streaming, right? They're pretty popular these days. I think Boomi Mamana is one of them. Well, you sure are right about that. Sure are. Okay, let's see. Johnny. How do you spell it? Klebitz?
Guess who? Keeping you guessing with every word.
Why does he sound like that? Why does he sound like he's been smoking for like the last 30 years?
Hey, music lover. Ready to compose a symphony of tasks.
Alright,
hey, music
that's
lover.
fine. Johnny Klebitz, my man from the Lost. Can you say any... Okay.
Oh, that's easy. Boomi Mamana is definitely your favorite. I remember you always chatting about them and talking about how much you enjoy their streams.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Can you say something to Boomi Mamana's chat? We're live right now on my channel. You got anything to say to chat? They love you, by the way.
Hey, Boomi Mamana's chat, it's Luis Lopez here. I just wanted to say thanks for the love. It's awesome to know that you guys enjoy my streams. I'll make sure to keep bringing you guys some exciting content and maybe throw in some surprises along the way. So stay tuned and keep on supporting me.
You're Luis Lopez? I thought you were Johnny Klebitz.
Haha, sorry for the confusion. I am actually Luis Lopez. But don't worry, I can see how you mistook me for Johnny Klebitz. We do have some similarities.
Oh yeah, you guys look and sound so alike. It's like you guys are practically twins.
Yep, we do get that a lot, but trust me, we have our differences. We're two completely separate characters, even though we look and sound quite similar.
Yeah, okay, you know, I believe you. Well, I'm gonna get Johnny on the phone then. Can you put Johnny on the phone instead? I have, he has to say something to chat.
Alright, sounds good. Put Johnny on the phone. I'm sure he's got something interesting to say to your chat.
Hey, Johnny, is that you? Do you have anything you want to say to chat?
Yep, it's me, Johnny Klebitz.
There he is.
I'm the vice president of the Lost MC, and no stranger to violence and chaos. Just want to say thanks to your chat for tuning in and supporting me.
Yeah, you know, we just finished our first GTA 4 playthrough. I finished your game, I finished Luis's game, and of course Nico's game, and we had a really good time. It was really fun. Do you have anything that, or you or any of the other characters have anything to say about the game as a whole?
Yeah, GTA 4 is a classic. It's got an incredible story and characters. I'll always remember the days roaming the streets of Liberty City, and the memories I made with the other characters. Nico Bellic, Luis Lopez, even Roman and Gay Tony. We all went through some wild times together, but we always came out the other side stronger and closer than ever.
Yeah, it was a fun game, and I look forward to playing it again. Yeah, how about we get Nico on the phone? Can you get Nico back on the phone? And I'll have him say goodbye to chat for one last time. I'll have him wrap it up for us.
Sure thing. I'll get Nico back on the phone for you. Nico, you there?
Alright, let's change the voice one more time. It's so funny, like, hey, can you put this character on the phone? While listening to the stream, I've been downloading a bunch of GTA 4 mods. Gonna start... Yes! Yes! I look forward to hearing about your playthrough. I need to look through all the mods and stuff.
Ready to sparkle? I'm here to add...
I know they have Chaos mod. I remember back in the day seeing like hella GTA 4 mods, like the graphics upscaler and stuff, but now that I'm like not scared to download stuff off the internet, I want to dive deeper into the mods. Okay, I really gotta wrap it up. I got a movie to go to. Nico Balak, it's nice to have you on the phone. We just finished GTA, all the DLCs and everything, and yeah, I want you to wrap up my stream for me today, if you don't mind. You could go ahead and just, you know, tell everybody to like, comment, subscribe, you know, that kind of typical YouTube stream ending spiel. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Hey chat, this is Nico here. I just wanted to say thanks for watching the stream, and I hope you enjoyed our adventure through GTA 4 and its DLCs. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for more cool content. See ya later, and take care, everyone.
And this is also what I like to say, Nico, if you want to add on to it. If you've been sitting down for as long as I have, make sure you give your legs a nice little stretch. Don't forget to stay hydrated and drink some water. And it is Sunday, so make sure that you treat yourself to something really nice. Nico, do you have anything to add? Any advice for chat to add for our last stream of the week?
Thanks for the reminder. It's important to take care of yourself, guys. Make sure to stand up, stretch, and stay hydrated. And don't forget to treat yourself, especially on Sundays. You deserve it.
They sure do deserve it. And until we see them next time, take care of yourselves.
Yep, take good care of yourselves, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Nico, I want you to repeat after me, okay? I'm gonna do a very long bye. This is sort of my end stream tradition. If you can do that, I'll be very happy. Alright? Takes deep breath. Bye!
Alright, I got it. Let me do the longest bye ever.
Yes!
Here we go. Nico takes a deep breath and then...
Can you do it again? Can you do it one more time?
Sure, why not? Here we go again. Nico takes another deep, longer breath. Nico starts wheezing and laughing.
Bye! Okay. As Nico said, until I see you next time, take care. Bye. However he said it. It sounded like he was falling downstairs. Bye. Let me find somebody for us to raid. Super fast. Super fast. Did you guys have fun? I thought this was a lot of fun. We're gonna go ahead and send the raid over to... Let's send the raid over to Chio Chompy, who is trying Japanese snacks today. I hope that she has jogariko. My favorite. I'll see you guys next weekend, Friday. Actually, wait, I might see you guys before that. I'll put out my schedule probably today or tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be seeing you guys, I think, before that. Sometime this week. I think Wednesday. This Wednesday we'll be seeing each other. But just keep an eye out for the waiting rooms.